बालों को डैमेज्ड। इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 नॉन स्टिकी हेयर ऑयल। जिस तरह 7 कलर से बनता है रेनबो, इसमें है 7 ऑयल्स जो बालों को बनाए अंदर से 20 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर और बाहर से ऑल डे सेट। इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 हेयर ऑयल, स्ट्रॉन्ग इनसाइड, सेट आउटसाइड।
खूंखार सर दर्द का नॉकआउट मुक्का, कंधे पे सवार खूंखार दर्द का कमर तोड़ वार, खूंखार दर्द को कड़क जवाब, लाल संडू बाम अल्ट्रा पावर, आयुर्वेद का डबल डोज खूंखार दर्द भगाए।
चले चलो इंडिया चले चलो।
संडू लाल कड़क बाम।
धूप पसीना गर्मी जाओ भूल भूल भूल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल। इट में भी फीलिंग ब्यूटीफुल फुल फुल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल।
गर्मियों में फूलों वाला टैल्क दे सिर्फ खुशबू, लगाओ नवरत्न मैक्स कूल और रहो दिन भर ठंडा ठंडा मैक्स कूल।
फासले अभी बाकी है, चले चलो, दर्द से तुम ना रुको, चले चलो, पीड़ा हारी बाम।
जंडू बाम सरदर्द, बदन दर्द और सर्दी में दे आराम।
चले चलो, दर्द से ना रुको ना झुको, चले चलो, हाँ चले चलो, इंडिया चले
चलो जंडू बाम।
तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
ताकत भर ताकत भर ताकत भर,
ताकत भर इतनी अंदर के कोई कभी गिरा न सके। खुद को कर इतना तैयार, मौसम भी तुझे हरा न सके। तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
झंडू की इम्यूनिटी रेंज, 100 वर्षों का अनुभव और अनुसंधान, ताकि आप रहें हरदम तैयार। झंडू।
वाव शिल्पा, बालों में इतना बदलाव, नो हेयर फॉल
है ना? पहले मैं जहाँ पे भी देखती थी बस मेरे गिरे बाल नजर आते थे, सेट पर, कपड़ों पर, हर जगह। झड़ते बालों ने मेरी रातों की नींद तक छीन ली थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ ट्राई किया पर कोई असर नहीं। तब मेरे डॉक्टर ने बताया केश किंग।
21 जड़ी बूटियों वाला केश किंग आयुर्वेदिक तेल जड़ों तक जाकर उनको मजबूत करे, बाल झड़ना रोके, नए बाल उगाए। इंटरनेशनल हेयर इंस्टीट्यूट द्वारा प्रमाणित।
मैंने खुद यूज किया और असर पाया।
अब अपना ऑयल चेंज मत करना।
नो वे, आई ट्रस्ट ओनली केश किंग। मेरी तरह करोड़ों लोगों ने हेयर फॉल पर असर पाया और इसीलिए केश किंग है इंडिया का नंबर 1 हेयर फॉल एक्सपर्ट।
एक झप्पी गहरी सी गहराई से छुआ है, झप्पी तेरी दुआ है। एक झप्पी गहरी सी अंदर तक छू जाए, अंदर से संवार दे, जैसे बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन विद विटामिन ई। ये 20 लेयर्स गहराई तक जाकर ड्राई रफ स्किन को बनाए इतना सॉफ्ट और ग्लोइंग 24 आवर्स कि दिल बोले एक झप्पी और। बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन, बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री।
अरे वो रियूनियन कैंसिल करना होगा।
क्यों?
अरे कितने बहाने, रितु के फेमस पिंपल्स, आनंद के सनबर्न का डर, नैट्स बेबी के बाल का दुखी हाल, मीना को ड्राई स्किन का टेंशन।
अरे नो टेंशन, है ना ऑल इन वन सोल्यूशन। नेचर्स मैजिक एलोवेरा बोरो प्लस एलो जेल, एकमात्र 100% ऑर्गेनिक जेल विद एंटीसेप्टिक हर्ब्स एंड विटामिन ई। ये अंदर से हील करे नेचुरली, दाग मिटाए, मॉइस्चराइज करे, त्वचा और बाल को रखे सॉफ्ट एंड हेल्दी। रोज लगाओ, बेफिक्र बन जाओ। Nature's Magic Boro Plus Organic Aloe Gel.
स्वेट, धूल और पोल्यूशन, कड़क धूप बनाए चेहरा बेजान। फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश फॉर टफ मेल स्किन, इंस्टेंट में दे रेडिएंट फ्रेश लुक और हैंडसम गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम।
फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश।
चमत्कारी चंपी का वादा लाया है राहत राजा।
सर में जब डिस्को बजे जोर जोर से, आह की आवाज आए चारों ओर से, थकान होए इस कदर, नींद भी रफू चक्कर, अरे गर्मी जो हो भयंकर। पाओ ठंडा ठंडा, पाओ ठंडा ठंडा कूल चमत्कार, करो मस्त जंपी नवरत्न से।
Smells nice. Mind blowing.
जंपी हम कराएंगे कूल कूल से,
वाह वाह।
गर्मी हम भगाएंगे कूल कूल से, सर दर्द मिटाएंगे कूल कूल से,
Solid.
कूल से।
9 जड़ी बूटियों वाला नवरत्न तेल, इसकी चंपी दे सर दर्द, बदन दर्द, गर्मी, थकान और अनिद्रा से राहत। नवरत्न तेल, ठंडा ठंडा, कूल कूल।
तुम 3 साबुन से नहाते हो?
ये जर्म्स मारे 99.99%। ये रखे स्किन को मॉइस्चराइज्ड।
और ये?
आयुर्वेदिक फॉर हेल्दी स्किन।
और इसके लिए तीसरा हाथ कहाँ से लाओगे?
तुम हो ना, लगाओ लगाओ।
ये लो बोरो प्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप, जर्म्स मारे, मॉइस्चराइज करे और नीम तुलसी एलो युक्त आयुर्वेदिक भी।
बोरो प्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप अब सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
रोज रोज बदहजमी, भारीपन और गैस, और लोग कहते हैं कि हमारी जगह ठीक नहीं है। अब आप ही बताइए, ऑयली था, ज्यादा खा लिया है ना, खाना फ्रेश नहीं था, गलत। इसका असली कारण ये सब नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आप में है, आपका कमजोर पाचन। ये देखिए,
कमजोर पाचन यानी रोज बदहजमी, गैस, भारीपन। इसीलिए खाने के बाद 35 आयुर्वेदिक तत्वों वाला झंडू पंचरिष्ट डाइजेस्टिव टॉनिक, ये पेट को करे अंदर से स्ट्रॉन्ग 30 दिनों में। झंडू पंचरिष्ट, पेट की तकलीफें गॉन,
करो पाचन स्ट्रॉन्ग।
देखो देखो टूटता तारा, चलो विश करो। आई विश मेरी स्किन सुपर सॉफ्ट और फ्रेश रहे।
हाँ यार।
और
आई विश ये चोट जल्दी से ठीक हो जाए। आई विश मेरी स्किन पूरा दिन मॉइस्चराइज रहे, बिना चिप चिप।
योर विशेस आर ग्रांटेड।
बोरो प्लस सॉफ्ट।
हाँ यार।
नया बोरो प्लस सॉफ्ट विद विटामिन ई एंड फ्रूट वाटर 10 सेकंड में त्वचा में समाये और हील करे। दे 24 आवर्स मॉइस्चर और सॉफ्टनेस बिना चिप चिप। इंडियाज फर्स्ट नॉन स्टिकी एंटीसेप्टिक क्रीम।
बोरो प्लस सॉफ्ट।
बाय बाय चिप चिप, हेलो सॉफ्ट स्किन।
गर्म हवा का पहला झोंका, तपता सा है हर नजारा।
चुपती जलती गर्मी, चुपती जलती गर्मी का मौसम आया, चुपती जलती घमौरिया लाया। आया मौसम ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का, ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का।
लड़कियों की नहीं, हाई की क्रीम, फेयर एंड हैंडसम। ये ले, मर्दों के लिए फिट।
फेयर एंड हैंडसम जाए सख्त त्वचा के अंदर, दे सन प्रोटेक्शन और इंस्टेंट रेडियंस।
चेहरा हैंडसम और हिट।
हैंडसम 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 गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम। फेयर एंड हैंडसम भाई की क्रीम।
करो ट्राई पॉलिटिक्स। टाइम लगेगा। क्रॉसवर्ड। कब्ज की ताजा खबर, झंडू नित्यम 1 शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
बार बार अंदर बाहर क्यों? जब 10 में से 9 लोगों ने माना झंडू नित्यम करे 1 शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
फुल क्लियर?
यस, फुल पेपर। झंडू नित्यम, कब्ज से 1 शॉट राहत।
सर ये आपका कफ सिर्फ 5 रुपए वापस।
लगता है भाभी जी को भी खांसी है, अंकल को भी है, अच्छा आंटी को भी है, कहीं पूरे मोहल्ले को तो खांसी नहीं है आपके?
सिर्फ मुझे ही।
जहाँ काम चुस्की का हो वह बोतल का झंझट क्यों?
तो क्या करूं?
ये लीजिए जंडू आयुर्वेदिक कफ सिरप का नया स्मार्ट पैक, मात्र 5 रुपए में।
कफ के लिए नया जंडू स्मार्ट पैक। 10 में से 9 लोगों ने इसे ज्यादा असरदार माना। गया बॉटल का जमाना। नया जंडू आयुर्वेदिक कफ सिरप सिर्फ 5 रुपए में।
बेबी
आ जाओ।
60 साल के बूढ़े या 60 साल के जवान, 60 साल में भी इस अंदाज से जिंदगी जीने का राज है संडू केसरी जीवन, क्योंकि इसके आयुर्वेदिक तत्व जैसे केसर और मोती दे एनर्जी और स्टैमिना। संडू केसरी जीवन।
ब्यूटीफुल हेयर कौन नहीं चाहता, पर पोल्यूशन, केमिकल ट्रीटमेंट बनाते हैं बालों को डैमेज्ड। इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 नॉन स्टिकी हेयर ऑयल। जिस तरह 7 कलर से बनता है रेनबो, इसमें है 7 ऑयल्स जो बालों को बनाए अंदर से 20 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर और बाहर से ऑल डे सेट। Emami 7 oils in 1 hair oil. Strong inside, set outside.
खूंखार सर दर्द का नॉकआउट मुक्का, कंधे पे सवार खूंखार दर्द का कमर तोड़ वार, खूंखार दर्द को कड़क जवाब। लाल संडू बाम अल्ट्रा पावर, आयुर्वेद का डबल डोज खूंखार दर्द भगाए।
चले चलो इंडिया चले चलो।
संडू लाल कड़क बाम।
धूप पसीना गर्मी जाओ भूल भूल भूल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल। इट में भी फीलिंग ब्यूटीफुल फुल फुल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल, नवरत्न मैक्स कूल।
गर्मियों में फूलों वाला टैल्क दे सिर्फ खुशबू, लगाओ नवरत्न मैक्स कूल और रहो दिन भर ठंडा ठंडा मैक्स कूल।
फासले अभी बाकी है, चले चलो, दर्द से तुम ना रुको, चले चलो, पीड़ा हारी बाम।
जंडू बाम सरदर्द, बदन दर्द और सर्दी में दे आराम।
चले चलो, दर्द से ना रुको ना झुको, चले चलो, हाँ चले चलो, इंडिया चले
चलो जंडू बाम।
तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
ताकत भर, ताकत भर, ताकत भर,
ताकत भर इतनी अंदर के कोई कभी गिरा न सके। खुद को कर इतना तैयार, मौसम भी तुझे हरा न सके। तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
झंडू की इम्यूनिटी रेंज, 100 वर्षों का अनुभव और अनुसंधान, ताकि आप रहें हरदम तैयार। झंडू।
वाह शिल्पा, बालों में इतना बदलाव, नो हेयर फॉल
है ना? पहले मैं जहाँ पे भी देखती थी बस मेरे गिरे बाल नजर आते थे। सेट पर, कपड़ों पर, हर जगह झड़ते बालों ने मेरी रातों की नींद तक छीन ली थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ ट्राई किया पर कोई असर नहीं। तब मेरे डॉक्टर ने बताया केश किंग
21 जड़ी बूटियों वाला केश किंग आयुर्वेदिक तेल जड़ों तक जाकर उनको मजबूत करे, बाल झड़ना रोके, नए बाल उगाए। इंटरनेशनल हेयर इंस्टीट्यूट द्वारा प्रमाणित।
मैंने खुद यूज किया और असर पाया।
अब अपना ऑयल चेंज मत करना।
नो वे, आई ट्रस्ट ओनली केश किंग। मेरी तरह करोड़ों लोगों ने हेयर फॉल पर असर पाया और इसीलिए केश किंग है इंडिया का नंबर 1 हेयर फॉल एक्सपर्ट।
एक झप्पी गहरी सी गहराई से छुआ है, झप्पी तेरी दुआ है। एक झप्पी गहरी सी अंदर तक छू जाए, अंदर से संवार दे, जैसे बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन विद विटामिन ई। ये 20 लेयर्स गहराई तक जाकर ड्राई रफ स्किन को बनाए इतना सॉफ्ट और ग्लोइंग 24 आवर्स कि दिल बोले एक झप्पी और। बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन, बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री।
अरे वो रियूनियन कैंसिल करना होगा।
क्यों?
अरे कितने बहाने, रितु के फेमस पिंपल्स, आनंद के सनबर्न का डर, नैट्स बेबी के बाल का दुखी हाल, मीना को ड्राई स्किन का टेंशन।
अरे नो टेंशन, है ना ऑल इन वन सोल्यूशन। नेचर्स मैजिक एलोवेरा बोरोप्लस एलो जेल, एकमात्र 100% ऑर्गेनिक जेल विद एंटीसेप्टिक हर्ब्स एंड विटामिन ई। ये अंदर से हील करे नेचुरली, दाग मिटाए, मॉइस्चराइज करे, त्वचा और बाल को रखे सॉफ्ट एंड हेल्दी। रोज लगाओ, बेफिक्र बन जाओ। Nature's Magic बोरोप्लस ऑर्गेनिक एलो जेल।
स्वेट, धूल और पोल्यूशन, कड़क धूप बनाए चेहरा बेजान। फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश फॉर टफ मेल स्किन, इंस्टेंट में दे रेडिएंट फ्रेश लुक और हैंडसम गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम।
फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश।
चमत्कारी चंपी का वादा लाया है राहत राजा।
सर में जब डिस्को बजे जोर जोर से, आह की आवाज आए चारों ओर से, थकान होए इस कदर, नींद भी रफू चक्कर, अरे गर्मी जो हो भयंकर। पाओ ठंडा ठंडा, पाओ ठंडा ठंडा कूल चमत्कार, करो मस्त जंपी नवरत्न से। Smells nice. Mind blowing. जंपी हम कराएंगे कूल कूल से, गर्मी हम भगाएंगे कूल कूल से, सर दर्द मिटाएंगे कूल कूल से, कूल कूल से।
9 जड़ी बूटियों वाला नवरत्न तेल, इसकी चंपी दे सर दर्द, बदन दर्द, गर्मी, थकान और अनिद्रा से राहत। नवरत्न तेल, ठंडा ठंडा, कूल कूल।
तुम 3 साबुन से नहाते हो?
ये जर्म्स मारे 99.99%। ये रखे स्किन को मॉइस्चराइज्ड।
और ये
आयुर्वेदिक फॉर हेल्दी स्किन।
और इसके लिए तीसरा हाथ कहाँ से लाओगे?
तुम हो ना, लगाओ लगाओ।
ये लो बोरोप्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप, जर्म्स मारे, मॉइस्चराइज करे और नीम तुलसी एलो युक्त आयुर्वेदिक भी।
बोरोप्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप अब सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
रोज रोज बदहजमी, भारीपन और गैस, और लोग कहते हैं कि हमारी जगह ठीक नहीं है। अब आप ये बताइए, ऑयली था, ज्यादा खा लिया है ना, खाना फ्रेश नहीं था, गलत। इसका असली कारण ये सब नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आप में है, आपका कमजोर पाचन।
ये देखिए, कमजोर पाचन यानी रोज बदहजमी, गैस, भारीपन। इसीलिए खाने के बाद 35 आयुर्वेदिक तत्वों वाला झंडू पंचारिष्ट डाइजेस्टिव टॉनिक, ये पेट को करे अंदर से स्ट्रॉन्ग 30 दिनों में। झंडू पंचारिष्ट, पेट की तकलीफें गॉन,
करो पाचन स्ट्रॉन्ग।
देखो देखो टूटा तारा, चलो विश करो।
आई विश मेरी स्किन सुपर सॉफ्ट और फ्रेश रहे।
हाँ यार।
और आई विश ये चोट जल्दी से ठीक हो जाए। आई विश मेरी स्किन पूरा दिन मॉइस्चराइज रहे, बिना चिप चिप।
Your wishes are granted.
बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट।
हाँ यार।
नया बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट विद विटामिन ई एंड फ्रूट वाटर,
10 सेकंड में त्वचा में समाये और हील करे। दे 24 आवर्स मॉइस्चर और सॉफ्टनेस बिना चिप चिप। इंडियाज फर्स्ट नॉन स्टिकी एंटीसेप्टिक क्रीम।
बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट। बाय बाय चिप चिप, हेलो सॉफ्ट स्किन।
गर्म हवा का पहला झोंका, तपता सा है हर नजारा।
चुपती जलती गर्मी, चुपती जलती गर्मी का मौसम आया। चुपती जलती घमौरिया लाया। आया मौसम ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का। ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का।
लड़कियों की नहीं, भाई की क्रीम फेयर एंड हैंडसम। ये ले, मर्दों के लिए फिट।
फेयर एंड हैंडसम जाए सख्त त्वचा के अंदर, दे सन प्रोटेक्शन और इंस्टेंट रेडियंस।
चेहरा हैंडसम और हिट।
हैंडसम गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम। फेयर एंड हैंडसम भाई की क्रीम।
करो ट्राई पॉलिटिक्स। 1 2 टाइम लगेगा। क्रॉसवर्ड। कब्ज की ताजा खबर, झंडू नित्यम 1 शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
बार बार अंदर बाहर क्यों? जब 10 में से 9 लोगों ने माना झंडू नित्यम करे 1 शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
फुल क्लियर?
यस, फुल पेपर। झंडू नित्यम, कब्ज से 1 शॉट राहत।
सर ये आपका कफ सिर्फ 5 रुपए वापस।
लगता है भाभी जी को भी खांसी है, अंकल को भी है। अच्छा आंटी को भी है। कहीं पूरे मोहल्ले को तो खांसी नहीं है आपके?
सिर्फ मुझे ही है।
जहाँ काम चुस्की का हो वह बोतल का झंझट क्यों?
तो क्या करूं?
ये लीजिए जंडू आयुर्वेदिक कफ सिरप का नया स्मार्ट पैक, मात्र 5 रुपए में।
कफ के लिए नया जंडू स्मार्ट पैक। 10 में से 9 लोगों ने इसे ज्यादा असरदार माना। गया बॉटल का जमाना। नया जंडू आयुर्वेदिक कफ सिरप सिर्फ 5 रुपए में।
बेबी
आ जाओ।
60 साल के बूढ़े या 60 साल के जवान, 60 साल में भी इस अंदाज से जिंदगी जीने का राज है संडू केसरी जीवन। क्योंकि इसके आयुर्वेदिक तत्व जैसे केसर और मोती दे एनर्जी और स्टैमिना। संडू केसरी जीवन।
ब्यूटीफुल हेयर कौन नहीं चाहता, पर पोल्यूशन, केमिकल ट्रीटमेंट बनाते हैं बालों को डैमेज्ड। इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 नॉन स्टिकी हेयर ऑयल। जिस तरह 7 कलर से बनता है रेनबो, इसमें है 7 ऑयल्स जो बालों को बनाए अंदर से 20 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर और बाहर से all day set. Emami 7 oils in 1 hair oil. Strong inside, set outside.
खूंखार सर दर्द का नॉकआउट मुक्का, कंधे पे सवार खूंखार दर्द का कमर तोड़ वार। खूंखार दर्द को कड़क जवाब, लाल संडू बाम अल्ट्रा पावर। आयुर्वेद का डबल डोज खूंखार दर्द भगाए।
चले चलो इंडिया चले चलो।
संडू लाल कड़क बाम।
धूप पसीना गर्मी जाओ भूल भूल भूल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल। ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल। नवरत्न मैक्स कूल, इट में भी फीलिंग ब्यूटीफुल फुल फुल। आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल। नवरत्न मैक्स कूल, रखे दिन भर कूल। नवरत्न मैक्स कूल।
गर्मियों में फूलों वाला टैल्क दे सिर्फ खुशबू। लगाओ नवरत्न मैक्स कूल और रहो दिन भर ठंडा ठंडा मैक्स कूल।
फासले अभी बाकी है, चले चलो। दर्द से तुम ना रुको, चले चलो। पीड़ा हारी बाम।
जंडू बाम सरदर्द, बदन दर्द और सर्दी में दे आराम।
चले चलो दर्द से ना रुको ना झुको। चले चलो हाँ चले चलो इंडिया चले
चलो जंडू बाम।
तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद कभी नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
ताकत भर, ताकत भर, ताकत भर,
ताकत भर इतनी अंदर के कोई कभी गिरा न सके। खुद को कर इतना तैयार, मौसम भी तुझे हरा न सके। तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत। बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
झंडू की इम्यूनिटी रेंज, 100 वर्षों का अनुभव और अनुसंधान, ताकि आप रहें हरदम तैयार। झंडू।
वाह शिल्पा, बालों में इतना बदलाव, नो हेयर फॉल
है ना? पहले मैं जहाँ पे भी देखती थी बस मेरे गिरे बाल नजर आते थे, सेट पर, कपड़ों पर, हर जगह। झड़ते बालों ने मेरी रातों की नींद तक छीन ली थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ ट्राई किया पर कोई असर नहीं। तब मेरे डॉक्टर ने बताया केश किंग।
21 जड़ी बूटियों वाला केश किंग आयुर्वेदिक तेल जड़ों तक जाकर उनको मजबूत करे, बाल झड़ना रोके, नए बाल उगाए। इंटरनेशनल हेयर इंस्टीट्यूट द्वारा प्रमाणित।
मैंने खुद यूज किया और असर पाया।
अब अपना ऑयल चेंज मत करना।
नो वे, आई ट्रस्ट ओनली केश किंग। मेरी तरह करोड़ों लोगों ने हेयर फॉल पर असर पाया और इसीलिए केश किंग है इंडिया का नंबर 1 हेयर फॉल एक्सपर्ट।
एक झप्पी गहरी सी गहराई से छुआ है, झप्पी तेरी दुआ है। एक झप्पी गहरी सी अंदर तक छू जाए, अंदर से संवार दे, जैसे बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन विद विटामिन ई। ये 20 लेयर्स गहराई तक जाकर ड्राई रफ स्किन को बनाए इतना सॉफ्ट और ग्लोइंग 24 आवर्स कि दिल बोले एक झप्पी और। बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन, बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री।
अरे वो रियूनियन कैंसिल करना होगा।
क्यों?
अरे कितने बहाने, रितु के फेमस पिंपल्स, आनंद के सनबर्न का डर, नैट्स बेबी के बाल का दुखी हाल, मीना को ड्राई स्किन का टेंशन।
अरे नो टेंशन, है ना ऑल इन वन सोल्यूशन। नेचर्स मैजिक एलोवेरा बोरोप्लस एलो जेल, एकमात्र 100% ऑर्गेनिक जेल विद एंटीसेप्टिक हर्ब्स एंड विटामिन ई। ये अंदर से हील करे नेचुरली, दाग मिटाए, मॉइस्चराइज करे, त्वचा और बाल को रखे सॉफ्ट एंड हेल्दी। रोज लगाओ, बेफिक्र बन जाओ। Nature's Magic बोरोप्लस ऑर्गेनिक एलो जेल।
स्वेट, धूल और पोल्यूशन, कड़क धूप बनाए चेहरा बेजान। फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश फॉर टफ मेल स्किन, इंस्टेंट में दे रेडिएंट फ्रेश लुक और हैंडसम गिरी
जो अंदर से
Dear members, good morning. Welcome to the 39th AGM of Emami Limited. This annual general meeting is being held through video conferencing or other audio-visual means. For the smooth conduct of the meeting, members will be kept on mute mode. With regard to the members who have pre-registered as speaker shareholders to speak at the AGM, the audio and video will be enabled when the question-answer session begins on the instruction of the chairman. Speaker shareholders are requested to speak as per the sequence that is set for and keep their speech limited to 3 minutes and cooperate. If any speaker cannot be reached due to any connectivity issues, we will call him or her again at the end of the question answer session. Thank you. Now I will hand over the stage to Shri R.S. Goenka, Chairman of the company. Over to you, sir.
Respected board members,
and dear shareholders, a very good morning to all of you. I, along with my colleague and co-founder Sri R.S. Agrawal, welcome you all to the 39th annual general meeting of your company, Emami Limited. Hope all of you are safe and in good health. This 39th AGM is being held through video conference via the CDSL platform in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and the SEBI listing regulations. We have the requisite quorum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this annual general meeting. We have sufficient quorum of members present for the annual general meeting. 90 members are present through video conferencing to participate in this meeting. Participation of members through video conference is being recorded for the purpose of quorum as per circulars issued by MCA and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. The requisite quorum is present. The register of directors and key managerial personnel, the register of contracts or arrangements, and other documents mentioned in the AGM notice have been made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM. I call this meeting to order. Respected shareholders, before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, I request the board members who are present with us today to introduce themselves. Sri R.S. Agrawal and Sri Harshvardhan Agrawal.
Good morning. I am Harshvardhan Agrawal, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of the company. I am attending the AGM along with Mr. R.S. Agrawal, the Chairman Emeritus of the company, through our residence. Thank you.
Sri C.K. Dhanuka.
I'm C.K. Dhanuka. I'm attending this meeting from Europe, and I am the Director and Chairman of the Stakeholders Committee. Thank you, all of you.
Sri Devabrata Sarkar.
Good morning to all. I am Devabrata Sarkar, Independent Director on the board of the company. I am attending this annual general meeting from Mumbai through VC. Thank you.
Srimati Mamta Binani.
Namaste. I am Mamta Binani, Independent Director of the company, and I am attending the meeting through VC from Calcutta location.
Sri Anand Rathi.
Good morning, all the shareholders. I am Independent Director of the company and also the Chairman of the Audit Committee and the Nomination and Remuneration Committee of the company. I'm attending this AGM on VC from Mumbai. Thank you.
Sri Anjani Agarwal.
Namaste. Good morning, shareholders. I am Anjani Kumar Agrawal, attending this AGM through VC from my office in Mumbai. I am an independent director of the company. Thank you.
Sri Anjan Chatterjee.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anjan Chatterjee, and I'm attending the 39th AGM of Emami Limited through VC from Mumbai.
Srimati Avani Davda.
Good morning. My name is Avni Vishal Davda, and I'm an independent director on Emami. It's an honor to serve on the board. I'm attending this AGM from Mumbai via VC. Thank you.
Sri Rajiv Khetan.
Good morning. I'm Rajiv Khetan. I'm also an independent director and chairman of the Corporate Governance Committee of the company. I'm attending the AGM from my home at Bangalore on VC.
Sri S.K. Goenka.
Mr. Goenka, may we request you to please unmute your microphone?
Good morning. I am S.K. Goenka, full-time director and chairman of the CSR committee of the company. I am attending the AGM from Calcutta through VC.
Sri Mohan Goenka.
Morning, everyone. I am Mohan Goenka.
Vice Chairman and whole-time Director of the company, and also Chairman of the Share Transfer Committee of the company. I am attending the AGM from Calcutta through VC. Thank you.
Sri Aditya Vardhan Agarwal.
Ram Ram. I am Aditya Vardhan Agarwal, Non-Executive Director of the company, and I am attending the AGM from Emami Towers, Calcutta through VC. Thank you.
Srimati Preeti A. Sureka.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Preeti Sureka. I'm an Executive Director of the company. I'm attending the AGM through VC from Kolkata.
Sri Prashant Goenka.
Good morning, everyone. I am Prashant Goenka, whole-time Director of the company, and I'm attending this meeting from Cairo through VC. Thank you.
Representatives of the statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, and cost auditors have also logged in to attend this meeting through VC. Apart from the board members, we have Sri N.S. Vansali, CFO, and Sri A.K. Joshi, Company Secretary, who are also present in this meeting. The statutory auditors and secretarial auditors have expressed unqualified opinions in their respective audit reports for the financial year 21-22. There were no qualifications, observations, or adverse comments on financial statements and matters which have any material bearing on the functioning of the company. So the auditor's report is not required to be read. Members are requested to refer to the instructions provided in the notice for attending the AGM through video conference and other audio-visual modes for a seamless participation. In case members face any difficulty, they may reach out on the helpline numbers. We have taken all necessary steps to ensure that the shareholders are able to attend and vote at the meeting in a seamless manner. Now, I shall take you through the performance and operations of the company. This year, the tenure with 5 of our veteran independent directors has come to an end. I take this opportunity to convey my sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Y.P. Trivedi, Dr. K.N. Memani, Sri P.K. Khetan, Sri S.B. Ganguly, and Sri Amit Kirandev for contributing their rich knowledge, diverse industry experience, and invaluable guidance over all these years to charter a high standard of corporate governance for your company. Emami has benefited immensely from these industry stalwarts and is proud to have been associated with them over the years. As every end brings forth new beginnings, I take great pleasure to welcome our new independent directors who have joined the board of Emami on 2nd of August 2022. We now formally welcome Sri Anand Rathi, Sri Anjani Agarwal, Sri Anjan Chatterjee, Srimati Avani Davda, and Sri Rajiv Khetan on the company's board. With their wide and diverse experience and knowledge, we are confident that they would play an instrumental role in formalizing the future growth path and the strategic direction for Emami in the days to come. This year, your company made a significant decision. Both myself and my friend and business partner, Sri R.S. Agarwal, decided to step down from our executive positions while continuing to stay on the board of the company in the capacity of a mentoring role, and let our next generation of promoter directors to steer forward the active business responsibilities of the organization. We are grateful to the board of directors for accepting our wish and formalizing the redesignation process. This decision of ours has been triggered by our wish to empower the next generation who have been driving the company from the forefront for the last few years. In line with this decision, the board unanimously appointed Sri R.S. Agarwal as Chairman Emeritus and Non-Executive Director, while appointing me as the Non-Executive Chairman from 1st April 2022. The board also redesignated Mr. Harshvardhan Agarwal and Mr. Mohan Goenka as Vice Chairman and Managing Director and Vice Chairman and Whole Team Director, respectively, from the same date. We expect the young leadership to drive the company's growth to newer heights. In a post-pandemic world, a new India is emerging, which is more confident, more evolved, more health conscious, and more tech savvy. Today's India is buying more from e-commerce, e-marketplace than from conventional retail outlets. Today's Indian consumer has a millennial mindset who is willing to try out new products, new brands that can impress them with some differentiated offerings. The Indian FMCG industry, including your company, is all set to cater to this changing consumer preference. Today's Emami is more focused and invested towards better consumer experience through innovative products and better consumer access through deeper direct retail coverage and direct-to-consumer route through digital transformation. It has set out on a path of more sustainable business objective with a futuristic vision across verticals, empowered by data-driven analytics. In a country as vast and as populous as India, the challenge is not as much in branding and manufacturing, as much as in placing the product at the right location at the right time, especially at Tier 2 and 3 cities and towns, who are leading the way in the Indian consumption story. It is with this priority that the company continued to emphasize on Project Khoj during the last financial year, an initiative marked by the addition of 8,000 rural towns to our direct distribution network, taking the total tally to 40,000 towns. We intend to almost double our rural coverage to 60,000 towns by financial year 24. The company also rolled out Project Sirius as a pilot project in select cities, wherein the company launched an upsell and cross-sell application for the frontline sales team, which empowers our sales representatives through app-driven suggestions. The company will introduce more such technology-based distribution initiatives in near future to accelerate offtake. For our healthcare business, we realized that the key to long-term sales sustainability would be derived from relationship-driven sales engagements. The result is that the company added 31,000 outlets for healthcare products, focusing on Ayurvedic bhandars and chikitsalayas, taking the total tally to 1.1 lakh outlets. In modern trade, SAMT project has been one of the key initiatives in financial year 22, aiming to enhance the company's presence across 6,000 plus standalone modern trade stores in 50 prominent towns. Following this project, the company added 3,300 plus standalone modern trade stores in 40 cities through specialist distributors last year. To increase on self-availability and fill rate of modern trade outlets, your company initiated Project Midas, which involved supply chain collaboration, electronic data interchange, robotic process automation, and big data analytics. With heightened digital adoption via e-commerce platforms, not only in metros, but also across small towns, digital medium is fast emerging as a key area for consumer-facing businesses today. Through digital and social media, FMCG companies like us have a ready ground intelligence and are constantly launching new products developed using insights and customer feedback from these platforms, where consumers are constantly looking for innovation. In e-commerce, the direct-to-consumer segment is expected to have a $100 billion addressable market by 2025, as per industry estimates. Your company is nimble enough to capitalize on this consumer transition towards convenience-driven platforms. With an overall focus on digital business, we are now increasingly looking at D2C and B2B segments. We have launched D2C websites for Jhandu Casking and BoroPlus. Your company launched and marketed a range of e-commerce specific products and digital first brands like Onion range under Casking, Gold and Therapy range under Navratna, and more than 20 healthcare products under the Jhandu Care D2C platform in financial year 22. Jhandu Care alone registered over 1 million unique visitors on the portal monthly. Comments free doctor consultation for consumers. Our e-commerce revenues doubled and contributed 5.5% to our domestic business in financial year 22 as against 2.8% in the previous year. In recent times, your company has invested in some key acquisitions and strategic partnerships. We acquired Dermicool, one of the leading brands in the prickly heat and cool talc segment, from Reckitt Benckiser Healthcare India Limited for 432 crores in March 2022. With a market share of over 20%, this acquisition will strengthen our presence as number one in the prickly heat powder and cool talc category when combined with our other brand Navratna talc. Your company has never fallen short of taking calculated risks when it comes to inorganic growth route. With the changing times, we have realized the latent potential of new age startups and their D2C business models. These promising smaller players are playing a key role in educating consumers and making the respective category more innovative and exciting. Triggered by this growth vision, your company has invested in some strategic partnership like acquiring 20.65% equity stake in True Native F&B Private Limited, a D2C business that markets nutrition products under the True Native brand. Recently, your company also acquired 30% stake in pet care startup Canis Lupus Service India Private Limited for the brand Fur Bal Story that offers unique Ayurvedic products for well-being of the pets and meets the emerging consumer needs and aspirations in the pet care segment. During the year, your company also increased its stake in Brillare Science and Helios Lifestyle Private Limited, the MAN company, from 34.70% to 57.36% and from 33.09 to 49.53% respectively. In the current financial year, that is financial year 23, your company again increases stake to 77.53% in Brillare Science and 50.40% in Helios Lifestyle as well. In financial year 22, consolidated revenue of our company at rupees 3,192 crores grew by 11%. EBITDA at rupees 952 crores grew by 8%. PAT at rupees 839 crore grew by 85%, and adjusted PAT grew by 18%. We take the pleasure of informing that the company paid 2 interim dividends totaling to 800%, that is rupees 8 per share in financial year 22, aggregating to rupees 355.61 crore. In March 2022, your company also completed the buyback of shares amounting to rupees 200 crores, including taxes, which is 10% of the company's share capital and free reserves. Despite the challenging environment that the industry is going through since the last few years, we are happy to have posted a 3-year profit before tax CAGR of 19% in financial year 22, which is one of the highest in the industry since the COVID period. Input price pressure has been there. impacting consumption across rural and urban sectors, to which we responded with a mix of pricing actions and cost control measures. Moving ahead, in the current year, financial year 23, your company has started on a strong note of resilient performance in the first quarter of this year with a revenue growth of 18%. Some of our leading brands like Navratna, Case King, and Fair and Handsome posted high double-digit growth, while the newly acquired brand Dermicool contributed 8% to the top line. The first quarter of this year saw some corrections in our pain management and healthcare range, particularly the immunity portfolio, due to significantly high base in Q1 financial year 22. Modern trade and e-commerce channels also contributed to perform strongly and increased their contribution to 8.2% and 7.6% respectively to domestic revenues. Our international business posted a growth of 45%, led by strong performances by MENA and SAARC regions. Talking about our future roadmap, your company aims to achieve higher levels of competitiveness in a volatile economic environment. We believe that Ayurveda will continue to be more relevant. As estimated by EMARC 2021, the Ayurveda market is expected to grow by around 15% during 2020-2025 period. People are already more and more aware of the goodness and health benefits of Ayurveda, which the pandemic helped to bring into focus, especially in the categories of prevention and immunity. Continuing with this trend, your company also intends to stay deeply invested in our core areas of Ayurveda. Emphasis will be there on packaging innovations, especially for LUPs and breeze packs, to drive up consumption amongst the lower and consumers amidst increasing inflation, while focus on analytics and technology in sales and distribution will be further strengthened to drive the business ahead. For building up a sustainable business, nurturing of human resources plays a key role. At Emami, we believe that our employees are our greatest asset. This one stakeholder is critical for securing the business growth that we are targeting. To ensure this, development of human asset is essential. We not only endeavor to attract right talent, but invest considerably towards upskilling of employees for future fit skill sets, offer productive hybrid working environment, digital simplification and practice database performance appraisal, all of which being targeted to help in superior decision making. Further, to push our digital agenda, we have invested in IT infrastructure to provide more efficient working environment for our employees. Sustainable efforts and business means responsibility and accountability. To give back to the community as a whole, we need to bring a greater balance between business goals and our greater community responsibilities. In line with this priority, your company formulated an environment protection policy as a part of its business responsibility policy, applicable across all areas of its presence, and encourage the business partners to follow it. As a responsible global citizen, your company has adopted various sustainability and community initiatives to moderate its carbon footprints and make this world a better place. Over the last financial year, the company adopted key operational measures targeted towards effective waste management technologies and moderated power consumption through increased emphasis on areas like uses of renewable energy, solid waste management, water recycling, rainwater harvesting, etc. The company addressed its extended producer responsibility as per the plastic waste management guidelines to reduce 145 metric tons of plastic and 75 metric tons of paper consumption in financial year 21-22. Under community development, the company planned its CSR engagement around a spirit of sustainable growth, reconciling economy, society, and the planet. During financial year 21-22, the company spent 9.08 crore for CSR initiatives across education, skill development, health and social upliftment engagements under its various flagship CSR projects like Padho India Padho in education, Badhte Kadam in skill development, Padhenge Hum Padhane ke liye in teachers training, Jan Kalyan in social upliftment, and Swasth Kalyan in healthcare. As I conclude, I would like to take this opportunity to repose my faith once again in the second generation promoters who have well ingrained themselves in the company's operations to charter the future growth of the organization. With their deep understanding of the values, business strategy, culture, and heritage of Emami, they bring innovative solutions and competence that will lead your company to greater heights. The second generation promoters are ably assisted by a team of senior executives and other staff members with appropriate academic backgrounds and wide industry experience. The blend of enterprising spirit and risk-taking ability of the promoter directors, who are professionals in their own right, are ably added with the diverse industry knowledge of these professional executives, has made Emami the powerhouse it is today. In the coming days, Emami will continuously keep pushing the frontier, keep exploring new categories and territories, keep launching new and innovative products, keep revisiting existing brands' positioning with evolving market landscape, and keep scouting for acquisitions, investments in new age businesses, including startups. As I end, I would like to sincerely thank all our stakeholders and especially our valued shareholders, and reiterate that we will look forward to your continued support and encouragement in the days to come. Thank you. Now I request Sri A.K. Joshi to brief the members about summary of the businesses to be transacted as set out in the notice, general instructions of voting, and rules relating to members' queries thereon.
Thank you, sir. Members may please note that there will be no voting by show of hands as this meeting is being conducted virtually. The remote e-voting had commenced from 9 a.m. on Monday, 5th September 2022 and closed at 5 p.m. on Thursday, 8th September 2022. The company had provided the facility to cast the vote electronically on all the resolutions set forth in the notice. Members who have not cast their vote yet electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their vote during the meeting through e-voting system provided by CDSL. Members can click on Vote tab on the video conference screen to avail these features. Now I am reading out the subject matter of resolution proposed to be transacted at this meeting. Resolution number 1, adoption of audited financial statement of company for financial year ended on March 31, 2022, together with the report of Board of Directors and auditors thereon, and the consolidated audited financial statement of company for financial year ended March 31, 2022. Resolution number 2, confirmation of payment of 2 interim dividends aggregating to rupees 8 per equity share for financial year 21-22. Resolution number 3, to appoint a director in place of Srimati Preeti A. Sureka, who retires by rotation and being eligible, offer herself for reappointment. Resolution number 4, to appoint a director in place of Sri Prashant Goenka, who retires by rotation and being eligible, offer himself for reappointment. Resolution number 5, to appoint a director in place of Sri Mohan Goenka, who retired by rotation and being eligible, offer himself for reappointment. Resolution number 6, reappointment of Messrs. S.R. Bartley Boy and Company LLP, Chartered Accountants as statutory auditors of the company and to fix their remuneration. Resolution number 7, appointment of Sri Anand Nand Kishore Rathi as an independent director of company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 5 years from 2nd August 2022 to 1st August 2027. Resolution number 8, appointment of Sri Anjani Kumar Agrawal as an independent director of company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 5 years from 2nd August 2022 to 1st August 2027. Resolution number 9, appointment of Sri Anjan Shanmah Chatterjee as an independent director of company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 2 years from 2nd August 2022 to 1st August 2024. Resolution number 10, appointment of Srimati Avani Vishal Davda as an independent director of company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 2 years from 2nd August 2022 to 1st August 2024. Resolution number 11, appointment of Sri Rajiv Khetan as an independent director of company, not liable to retire by rotation and to hold office for a term of 2 years from 2nd August 2022 to 1st August 2024. Resolution number 12 for ratification of payment of remuneration payable to Messrs. V.K. Jain and Company, cost auditors of the company for sum of rupees 1,65,000, excluding taxes and out-of-pocket expenses for conducting audit of post accounting record for the financial year 2022 to 23. Resolution number 13, approval of payment of commission under section 197 of Companies Act 2013 up to 1% of profit of company for each year to the non-executive directors, including independent directors, for a period of 5 years commencing from April 1, 2023. As the voting on these businesses has already begun, there is no requirement of proposing and seconding the resolution. The objective of special business of resolution number 6 to 13 are explained in the explanatory statement to the notice. I now request Sri R.S. Goenkaji to continue with the proceedings of the meeting. Sri R.S. Goenkaji.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi. Now I invite the shareholders who have registered themselves as speakers to ask their queries, if any, on the agenda items. Please mention your name, folio number, DP and client ID, location from where you are joining, and the page number of the annual report to which the query relates. Members are requested not to repeat the queries which have already been asked by other members. All the queries will be answered together by the management at the end. I request the moderator to call the speaker shareholder one by one.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. We would like to invite our first speaker member, Mr. Rajesh Ghorawat. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
Respected Chairman, sir, Board of Directors, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my fellow shareholders, a very good morning to all of you. Myself, Rajesh Ghorawat, by profession, Company Secretary, LCS, and a shareholder of the company. I have joined this VC from my Kolkata office. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Chairman, sir, for getting prestigious award, Banga Vibhushan, from the Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal. I would also like to congratulate Bansali ji, Joshi ji, Ashok Purohit ji and team for bringing out very colorful, transparent, informative annual report and being very accessible and supportive to the shareholders. I also want to congratulate entire management and for the excellent result and strong financial presentations. Sir, respecting to the time frame allotted, I am straightforward coming to my observations and queries. So what are the compliance followed by the company under the plastic management, waste management law? Sir, during buyback, approx 200 crores outflow was done, cash outflow. During dividend, approx 355 crores. And during acquisition, 432 crores cash outflow was done. So approx 1000 crore cash outflow has been done. Still no significant debt. 30th congratulations, sir. Sir, kindly update on the present cash reserves of the company. Sir, as mentioned by you in the welcome speech, Dermicool has been purchased. So, sir, what is the and it is being contributing to 8% growth. So, what is the sir future performance, and what is the expecting what is the percentage expecting to the future turnover in the coming financial year, sir? So, what is the long-term planning and present performance of the Man Company brand? So I'm very happy to say that CSR activities are going on very nicely. CSR centers set up are very helpful for the needy people, especially the medical services being provided to the diabetic patients. Sir, lastly, my question, the bonus issues by the bonus company has issued the bonus shares in the ratio of 1:2 in 2013, in the ratio of 1:1 in the 2018. So I'm expecting the management will surely consider the bonus in 2023 also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Ashit Kumar Pathak. You're requested to please accept the prompt on your screen and turn on your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yes, yes. Very good noon, respected chairman, vice chairman, board of directors, company secretary, fellow members joining at 39th AGM of Emami Limited. My name is Ashit Kumar Pathak, joining from Damdam, Kolkata. My esteemed gratitude to our company secretary and legal VP, Mr. A.K. Joshi, for sending me the hard copy of annual report very well in advance and allow me to speak. Also, my esteemed gratitude to my company secretarial department for their enhanced cooperation to me, mostly Mr. Ashok Purohit and others. The excellent representation from our respected chairman. I have noted all the valid points and most welcome our next new second generation team in our management team. I pray to God for everybody good health and the retired directors also. Sir, the financial performance very nice. EPS gone 18.88 from 10.23 and adjusted PAT 854.41 score visible in the balance sheet and rewarding with good dividend ₹8 per share and share buyback. Sir, my view is that any impact in our debt cost by hike of rate, if possible, throw some highlights. But debt equity ratio increase 0.15 for 06. And sir, we are spent 200 crores buyback. So what date for working capital for this? If possible, throw some highlights. And for cost optimization, what step my company is taking? Advertisement and loss of impairment of investment in page it mentioned. And also, sir, commission is very higher than previous year. And it mentioned ad spends were high as the company spent on the pushing new launches as well as crore. If possible, throw some highlights. And sudden increase of prices of raw materials, any impact in our operations? Because in first quarter, our net profit down 7%. If possible, throw some highlights. Sir, in a media report, my company 90% stake acquisition True Nature F&B Private Limited, D2C, but not consideration mentioned. And if possible, throw some highlight the future perspectives in this D2C nutrition business. And this investment also internal accruals, if possible, throw some highlights. And sir, it mentioned my company is continuation core business strategies. But another, my company open to growth through inorganic route. But I have noticed in Centrum report, amortization in financial year 23 would be 0.8 billion. After quarter 2, casking will be amortized and post amortization will include Dermicool and some other brands. If possible, throw some highlights about this. And sir, international business also grew 4.5. But in some impact in Sri Lanka, Russia, Uzbekistan is difficult position. If possible, throw some highlights our international business perspectives at present situation. And what steps taken? Because pain management is declined, Pro Plus sales also flat, and healthcare range declined. But also Navratna sales grew up by 29%, as Case King is 20%. If possible, throw some highlights. What steps my company is taken for this core business. And India is the at present 5th largest economy, projected of GDP growth 8.5, and various initiatives taken. Our respected chairman also mentioned e-commerce channel, model trade grow, and 8,000 rural towns being added in Project Coach, various initiatives. My view is that because India is the very dense population country and with rising economy, so business prospects in domestic market is more better than international business. This is my view, which I like to share. Nothing to say more. I pray to God, everybody with good health and mind. Thanking you, sir.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Taraknath Chakrabarti. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen. Turn on your audio and webcam and proceed with your question. Mr. Taraknath, could you please unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question? We've allowed you to speak, sir. Mr. Tarak Chakrabarti? It looks like Mr. Chakrabarti is unable to speak. In the meanwhile, we will move to our next speaker member. That would be Mr. Gautam Nandi. Mr. Nandi, request you to please accept the prompt and unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question, please. Mr. Gautam Nandi, please unmute your microphone and proceed with your question.
Hello.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Thank you.
May I start? Yes. Good noon and namaste. Respected Chairman, Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. Myself, Gautam Nandi, residence at Kakurgachi, Kolkata, speaking. Very old equity shareholder of your company. Sir, firstly, I'd like to give thanks to your secretarial department for sending me annual report and other necessary relevant papers through email well in advance. And also thanks for connecting me in this VC platform in a very smooth manner. So especially thanks to our respected company secretary, Mr. A.K. Joshi, very sober, well-behaved, and most dynamic person, and his whole team, including Mr. Ashok Purohit, for rendering very good services to our minority shareholders. Thank you, sir. Sir, you are organizing your annual general meeting through video conference for the 3rd time, which is a grand success like the previous years. So thanks again. Sir, your annual report is very attractive and also very informative, which is self-explanatory. Sir, in this context, I like to suggest please issue hard copy of annual report, at least to the speaker's shareholders. And also mention the speaker's serial number with your link, though you have provided in this year. Sir, we are passing through a very tough and pandemic situation. COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war, etc., etc. Every company is suffering very much. But I find in this challenging year, our company's performance is excellent. And you are also giving very good dividend to our minority shareholders. Sir, so thanks for your very nice dividend in this tough market scenario. Sir, I like to ask, what is your roadmap for the next 3 to 4 years? Sir, your CSR activities are remarkable. So please keep it up, sir. Sir, what about our bonus share? A few years have been elapsed. We got bonus shares from you, sir. So please consider it, sir. Sir, are you going to launch any new product in this year? Sir, please tell us. Sir, in this year, if situation permits, please arrange factory visit. पहले तो हम लोग फैक्ट्री विजिट में गया था, हम लोग का कमोडिटी का उधर बहुत अच्छा प्लांट है, बहुत अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है. So we are eagerly awaiting for the same, sir. Sir, we are very proud to be a shareholder of your company, and we are very, I am already I have casted through my e-voting along with my family in favor of you. क्योंकि I have full trust with our strong management, sir, like you. सर, एक बात मुझे कहना ही पड़ेगा, नहीं तो मेरा स्पीच अधूरा रह जाएगा. सर, बीच में लास्ट ईयर के बाद एक सेंटेंस मैं बोलना चाहते हैं. जब लास्ट ईयर कोविड-19 का सेकेंड फेज चल रहा था, पूरा कोविड-19 घर घर में कोविड-19 फैला हुआ था. उस टाइम आपका शेयर डिपार्टमेंट से मुझे फोन किया था, फोन करके बोला था कि आपका तबीयत, गौतम जी आप कैसे हैं, आपका तबीयत ठीक है, तो आपका फैमिली का सब ठीक है, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम होने से बोलिएगा, हम लोग आपके साथ हैं. सर, विश्वास कीजिए, मेरा मन भर गया. अभी जो पोजीशन है सर, कोई किसी का खबर नहीं रखता, और आप लोग इतना बड़ा कंपनी होके भी हम लोग इतना छोटा मोटा शेयर होल्डर, माइनॉरिटी शेयर होल्डर को इतना ख्याल रखते हैं सर. मैंने क्या बोलेंगे सर. सो आई एम रियली and I must give my hearty thanks to each and every employee of your company for their good gesture, good behavior, and good hospitality, sir. Sir, nothing to say more today. Time is very precious. Looking forward with a positive outlook towards our company with higher profit margin, handsome dividend, 1:1 bonus, and return. Sir, may God bless you, sir. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much, sir. Myself, Gautam Nandi. Namaskar, sir.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Jaideep Bakshi. Request you to please unmute yourself and proceed with your question. Mr. Jaideep Bakshi, could you please unmute yourself and proceed?
Good noon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good noon, Chairman, Vice Chairman, and Board of Directors. Myself, Jaideep Bakshi. Thanks to our Company Secretary, Mr. A.K. Joshi, for giving me an opportunity and presenting a detailed annual report. And also to
Mr. Bakshi,
Hello.
sorry to interrupt. If you can just hold the microphone closer to you and speak, because you were sounding a bit feeble to us.
Okay, now is it audible?
It is audible now. You have another connection.
Okay.
Please disconnect that if, I mean, it's causing echo, sir. Mr. Bakshi, you can continue, sir.
Yes, I have unmuted.
Yes, go ahead with your question, sir. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thanks to our Company Secretary, Mr. A.K. Joshi, for giving me an opportunity to express my views and presenting a detailed annual report, and also for Mr. Purohit for maintaining good investor-friendly relations with the shareholders, and to the entire secretarial team and our registers for conducting this video conference in a smooth manner. Sir, Chairman, sir, in your initial presentation, with the slides were depicted our multi-product presence in every field. Sir, our revenue and also the PAT has increased in this difficult scenario. So what has been the revenue earned from each sector of Ayurvedic and the healthcare? Can we just know the details of it? And thanks once again for the dividend. And also the performance depicts of our organization's upward journey depicted in pages 10 and 11 is well explained. Sir, our presence in global environment and cost inflation is pinching this every sector. So how we foresee ourselves to combat all these things, and what regarding the products manufactured locally in Bangladesh and also with third-party engagement in Germany, Sri Lanka, and UAE, what is the performance of these units? Can you highlight? So our products are sold in 60 plus countries. Can we know the regions which we covered? So we have 26 storage depots and 7 manufacturing units. Regarding the digitalization for trapping for better and smooth logistic movement, can we have some news of this? So we have new brands and domestic business grow. What is the brands which is the brand which has outperformed the most? Regarding the section of the Indian consumer, we are and the lots of disposable income, and this post-pandemic, there is a trend to spend for on this healthcare, and the natural products has gained a lot. What are our plans to trap this segment? So any new acquisition plans and new product launch, as 3% of the revenue from growth in domestic market was due to these recent launches. So for all product availability, can we go for stores under one roof where consumers have benefit of physically impact of the each of the items? So personally, I'm using the many products. To name a few: the Navaratna, the Fair and Handsome, the Zandu Pancharis, 7-in Walvas, and I'm really satisfied with these products. So any new concept for packaging towards this single-usage plastics? So what is the news of other big organizations? There was a news regarding entering the FMCG sector. What is our thought process regarding this? So the inflation is affecting the sachet economy. What are we going for this grammage reduction to maintain the price point for our products? So in page 1, the photograph of Sri R.S. Agarwal and Sri Goenka ji is really well explained, captioned, and is beautifully projected, sir. And also our CSR activities where we are spending education and healthcare has always been good as ever. So nothing to add more. I've supported all the resolutions, and so hope, sir, under your guidance and the next generation directors, an able team of professionals and staff, our company will continue its accelerating growth trajectory and remain a part of everyone whole in the country. Thank you, sir, for giving an opportunity, and heavy festive greetings to everyone, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee, we request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
I think.
Yes, sir. We can see you and hear you. Please proceed.
Okay. A very good afternoon to all of you. Respected chairman of the meeting, other board members present, I am Amit Kumar Banerjee from city of Kolkata. Thank you for getting me an opportunity to speak such a wonderful meeting today organized by our company, Emami Limited. It is our 39th annual meeting of the company. So, I'm a very long-standing shareholder, and I have a faith with this company. Emami brand. Yes, I like the product also very much. Navaratna oil, Boroplast cream, lotion, Fair and Lovely cream, Jhandu balm, Chyawanprash, prickly heat powder, and so on. It's very lovely products presented by our management group, Emami. As regards the performance is concerned, as visible on the balance sheet under review, so it is very nice. Good growth, steady financial presentation. Total revenue achieved about 2,990 crores. Profit after tax stood with a tune around 851 crores. Last year it was only 475 crores. An excellent result. Dividend, yes, there is 8 rupees at the rate of face value of rupees 1. Buyback options during this year in the month March also made. CSR activities well, very good. More than that, tax spent for the welfare measures. Sir, as regards the company's performance, I consider planned visit so that we could observe infrastructure development gradually over there. What is your key challenges for sustainable growth of the company? Risk management issue, vision, kindly discuss and share your views. Research and development cost to sales. For last 2 years, kindly share your views. About dividend is concerned, so last year we got ₹8. During this year, the company's made profit almost double. So consider interim dividend also. I hope our company will perform much better. Profitability near future will able to maintain prestigious brand Emami. I thank also our company secretary, Mr. A.K. Joshi, secretarial team member, Mr. Ashok Purohit, Mr. Balaram, all are cordial, experienced, sincere, level-based, try to resolve the issue as and when required. Also that to all team members, I specifically thank conducting today such a beautiful, smooth conference meeting. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Amit Kumar Banerjee from here. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Mr. Manoj Gupta. Mr. Gupta, we request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Yeah, Mr. Gupta, can you? Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you and see you. Go ahead,
Good
sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Gupta. I am a equity shareholder of Emami Limited. So first of all, I thanks to you and your board for the good result of the company for the year 21-22. And I am thanks to the company secretary and his entire team to help us to join this meeting through VC. And I also thanks to our CFO, Mr. Bansali, who always take care of the investors. And thanks for your 800% dividend as interim. And sir, what's your future plan for the company for next 2 to 3 years? And sir, I thanks to you for a good CSR, but now the CSR system has changed, that there will be an audit of CSR and you should keep all the papers of utilization report where you made donation. So take care of this in future. And I want welcome to our new directors, Mr. Anand Rathi. He is a wealth management guru in the country and he runs his own big company. Such type of people are there, so he will help you to take the company on new heights, and investors will get it profit through his advice in the stock market of Emami. And I also welcome Mr. Agarwal. He has also vast experience of the company. And sir, you should consider to issue the discount coupons up to 30 with a discount of 35%, 30 to 35%, so that investors can also purchase your products. That issue, because from last 4 years you are not issuing the discount coupon, you should consider to issue the discount coupon. And sir, how you resolve the issues of disputed cases? There is a lot of disputed cases in your balance sheet from long pending disputed cases at various platforms. So how you will resolve and try to reduce the expenses and unclaimed dividend before send this dividend to the central government investor education protection fund. Send a notice to the shareholders that they can collect their dividend, because the law has changed. If you will send their dividend, you have to transfer their entire equity to the investor education fund. And there will be a lot of problem to get back the share and money from the government. You know very well, अगर पैसा एक बार चला गया तो मिलना बड़ा मुश्किल है. उसके लिए काफी पेपर प्रोसीजर करिए, उसमें आपके कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को भी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी, आरटीओ को भी करनी पड़ेगी, इन्वेस्टर को। तो इससे अच्छा उनका नाम आप वेबसाइट पे डाल दीजिए। अगर वो लकली इमामी की वेबसाइट खोलते हैं और उनका नाम मिलता है तो वो कंपनी से क्लेम कर सकते हैं। एंड सर, गिव सम प्रोफेशनल्स on the board as executive power. Now the time has changed. Just see the Dabur, Godrej, Tatas, Vadias. They are bringing professional people on the board as executive power. So you should also think about in that direction to bring one or two people in the field of your business. Those are masters and they can be the executive director or whole-time director. So you should also try in that regard also. Godrej and Dabur has given all powers to the professionals. You should also consider. And sir, healthcare products are your very good, and try to expand that, because now Prime Minister is, our beloved Prime Minister is also focusing Ayurveda and Unani and homeopathy. So you should also consider to inspire your healthcare product. And sir, instead of appoint the celebrities from this फिल्म की दुनिया से किसी को, शाहरुख खान, माधुरी दीक्षित, इन सबको ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनाने से बेटर है कि जो ओलंपिक और कॉमनवेल्थ गेम में मेडल जीते उनको आप अगर अपना ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनाएंगे, जिन्होंने दुनिया में भारत का नाम रोशन किया अभी हाल ही में, वो राजस्थान से भी थे, यूपी से भी थे, हरियाणा से भी थे, महाराष्ट्र से भी थे। उनका खर्चा भी कम है, पैसा भी कम है, और दुनिया उनको जान गई है कि ये भारत के ओलंपिक मेडल विनर है और कॉमनवेल्थ गेम मेडल विनर है। और अभी बहुत सी कंपनियां उनको अपना ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बना रही है। तो यू शुड आल्सो थिंक अबाउट दैट कि आप इतना रुपया देंगे अमिताभ बच्चन को, शाहरुख खान को, उससे अच्छा आप मेडल विनर को उनको भी कुछ मिलेगा और उससे कंपनी को भी फायदा होगा कि एक दुनिया में आपकी ब्रांड जाएगी। और सर, हाउ मच अमाउंट यू हैव एक्सपेंड टू एक्वायर द increase your holding in Brillier, Trinative, and the Man Company, and for the pet feeding. So how much amount you expend to increase your holding in these 4 companies? And sir, East Bengal Club, how much amount you have expended to take over the East Bengal Club? And what will be the impact on our company, direct or indirect, from this single-use plastic bag? And sir, Dabur, see the Dabur 1 rupee share cross 600 rupees. And our 6 years back, 7 years back, our share was also near to 800 rupees. I will not ask you to issue the bonus share. Bonus issue will increase the equity and burden the equity burden. Instead of bonus equity, you issue the bonus debenture. Now the several companies are issuing the bonus debenture at a rate of 8%, 9% for 3 years. After the 3 years, they can redeem that bonus debenture. Like Britannia has issued 3 times, Hindustan Unilever has issued, Dr. Reddy has issued. This is a new concept in the country, but you can think about, instead of bonus share, issue the bonus debenture. That will be like as a bonus. And see the shareholders, what you can do the shareholders and how they can get return. And I have a great respect and regards to you, your family. आप मिले या ना मिले, बट हम लोगों के दिल में आपके प्रति बहुत आस्था और सम्मान है, क्योंकि 3 साल से हम लोग आपको मिस कर रहे हैं फिजिकली। आप मिले या ना मिले, बंसाली जी से मुलाकात हो जाती है, जोशी जी से हो जाती है, बट एक दिन कुछ ऐसा प्रोग्राम रखिए जिससे आपसे मुलाकात हो सके सबसे, क्योंकि न्यू जनरेशन आई है बोर्ड में, उनसे भी मिल सके। ऐसा कुछ करिए। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, that is Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf. Mr. Saraf, we request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and go ahead with your question. Yes, sir, we can see you.
माननीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निर्देशक महोदय, सदस्यगण और अधिकारीगण और मेरे शेयर होल्डर भाई बहन और कर्मचारी भाई बहन जो आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में प्रेजेंट है, मैं संतोष कुमार सराफ आप सभी को नमस्कार करता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ इस समय आप जितने भी डायरेक्टर अधिकारी और जितने भी हमारे वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में प्रेजेंट है इस समय स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित होंगे सर मेरे प्रीवियस वीडियो काफी कहा है, आपको डिविडेंड के लिए भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ। तो 2 बार अपने 4 बार डिविडेंड दिया, उसके लिए भी धन्यवाद। आपकी कंपनी के परफॉर्मेंस के लिए भी और आपकी और आप जितना अधिकारी और कर्मचारी उनको भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर मेरा एक प्रश्न है कि अपनी दिन पर दिन ग्रोथ कर रहे हैं तो फर्दर ग्रोथ को या एक्विजिशन के लिए क्या कोई कैपिटल रेज करने का प्लान आपका है तो बताने का चेष्टा करिएगा, क्योंकि अभी काफी आपने एक्विजिशन किया और कैपिटल खर्चा किया है, तो कैपिटल का फर्दर कोई प्लान हो तो बताने का चेष्टा करिएगा सर इस साल क्या क्या नए प्रोडक्ट आयुर्वेदिक के निकाल रहे हैं, इसके बारे में कोई प्रोग्राम बताने से जरूर बताइएगा सर झंडू भी अपने अंडर में है तो क्यों नहीं हम झंडू को एक साथ में मर्ज कर दें और जिससे कि हमारी फायदे भी हो और प्रोडक्ट की रेंज भी बढ़े और 2 कंपनियों का मैनेजमेंट भी हमको अलग अलग नहीं करना पड़े, जिससे हमें दोनों कंपनी को फायदा हो सर जो जैसे मनोज जी ने कहा CSR एक्सपेंसेस के लिए, तो CSR एक्सपेंस के तो करते सर, उसकी क्या माइक्रो ऑडिट आपने कभी करवाई है? नहीं तो क्यों नहीं करवाई, क्योंकि माइक्रो ऑडिट करवाते हैं तो अपना पैसा जो दिया गया कंपनी का शेयर होल्डर के रूप के प्रॉफिट से उसका क्या यूटिलाइजेशन ठीक हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, इसका हमें कम से कम खबर मिलेगी और हमें भी अगर माइक्रो ऑडिट की रिपोर्ट मिली तो हमें भी विश्वास है कि हमारा पैसा ठीक जगह खर्चा हो रहा है सर। और सर मैं बोर्ड में जो नए डायरेक्टर हमारे आ रहे हैं अग्रवाल जी, राठी जी और अंजन चटर्जी, उनका स्वागत करता हूं और उनसे आशा करता हूं कि आपके आने से हमारे कंपनी का भविष्य में काफी सपोर्ट मिलेगा, काफी अच्छे एडवाइस मिलेंगे और हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा इसका फायदा मिलेगा सर। अपने रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के लिए क्या कदम उठाए और अभी परसेंट कैपेसिटी अपनी रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की कितनी है इसके बारे में बताइएगा सर। और पैकेजिंग में जो प्लास्टिक उससे अल्टरनेट में क्या यूज कर रहे हैं इसके बारे में अगर बताने से बताइएगा, कई प्रीवियस ने पूछा है तो इसके बारे में जरूर बताइएगा सर। और सर एक तो ये है कि अपने जो इस्तेमाल क्लब को अपने लोग स्पॉन्सर कर रहे हैं, इसमें कितने पैसे का अपना खर्चा आएगा सालाना और इससे कंपनी को क्या फायदा होगा, इसमें कंपनी के ग्रोथ में शेयर होल्डर को किस तरह से हमारी कंपनी की ग्रोथ में फायदा होगा। अगर इसके जो आपने जरूर प्लानिंग की होगी इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के, बिगर प्लानिंग के हमारे अग्रवाल और गोयनका जी इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, ये हमें भी उसमें शेयर अगर अपने व्यू का पता लगेगा तो हमें भी अच्छा रहेगा सर। एक बूस्टर डोज के बारे में कहूंगा, करीब अपने यहाँ 3205 परमानेंट एम्प्लॉई है और 2307 कंट्रैक्चुअल एम्प्लॉई हैं, तो इनके फैमिली की बूस्टर डोज के बारे में क्या है व्यवस्था की बताइएगा। और मैं सभी से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि जो अमृत काल में तीसरी डोज लग रही है उसको आप जरूर लगाइए। 2 महीने पहले मेरे को भी कोविड हुआ था, 3 डोज लेने के बाद भी कोविड हुआ था, लेकिन क्या कि ऑर्डिनरी दवाई घर की लेके मैं स्वस्थ हो गया था। इसीलिए मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ हाथ जोड़ के आप भी लीजिए। कारण है कि कोविड होगा इसकी गारंटी नहीं है, लेकिन होगा तो इसकी गारंटी कि आपको बहुत ज्यादा सीरियस और घर की ऑर्डिनरी दवाई लेके आप स्वस्थ हो जाएंगे सर हमें अपने यहाँ फीमेल एम्प्लॉय की संख्या बहुत कम है, करीबन 3205 है, जिसमें मेल 2782 है और फीमेल 423 एम्प्लॉय है, यानी 20% से भी कम आता है। तो अभी जब मोदी जी ने चालू किया है फ्लेक्सिबल वर्क प्लेस और वर्क आवर्स के लिए, जिससे कि गृहस्थ औरतें इस काम में आ सके, घर का भी काम कर सके और अपनी बुद्धि जो उनके पास में ब्रेन है उसका भी यूटिलाइजेशन कर सके, तो इसके बारे में आपने क्या विचार किया है? अगर हो तो इसके बारे में जरूर बताने का कोशिश करिएगा, क्योंकि अभी वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट करने का समय आ गया सर। प्रेसिडेंट भी हमारी वुमेन है, वो भी आदिवासी महिला है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर भी हमारी वुमेन है और सर वुमेन हर परीक्षा में टॉपर होती है, यहाँ तक कि उनको कोई भी काम किया जाए तो करती है। ओलंपिक में जाती है तो गोल्ड लाती है, कॉमनवेल्थ में जाती है तो गोल्ड लाती है, वजन भी उठाती है, बॉक्सिंग भी लाती है, हर फील्ड में वो अपना नाम कमा रही। तो मैं चाहूंगा इस पर जरूर विचार करिए। और सर ये जो बीसी मीटिंग है ये काफी अच्छी है, इसमें कॉस्ट खर्चा भी कम लगता है और बरसात के दिनों में आराम भी मिलता है, घर बैठे मीटिंग कर सकते हैं अभी जैसे मैं बंगलोर आया हूँ वाइफ के इलाज के, तो आज मैं कलकत्ते में नहीं होकर बंगलोर से मीटिंग अटेंड कर रहा हूँ। और हमारे जितने डायरेक्टर मैं देख रहा हूँ अलग अलग जगह से, अग्रवाल जी अलग जगह से, जी अलग जगह से, सब अलग अलग जगह से मीटिंग कर रहे हैं। आज मैं को सब कुछ साथ आपकी जो जगह है साइंस सिटी में आना पड़ता और काफी तकलीफ होती। और तो इसलिए मैं चाहूंगा फ्यूचर में जब भी आप मीटिंग करें इसमें जरूर विचार करिए कि उसमें वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस का कंसेप्ट भी रहे। फिजिकल करते तब भी वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग का कंसेप्ट, जिससे डायरेक्टर जहां से चाहे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं और शेयर होल्डर भी जो पूरे इंडिया के जहां से चाहे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। ये रिक्वेस्ट है। और फिर एक बार आप जितने भी हमारे डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी हमारे अधिकारीगण हैं, जितने भी हमारे शेयर होल्डर भाई बंधु कर्मचारीगण जो आज वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस है, उनके उनके परिवार की लंबी उम्र की कामना करता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ भगवान 2022-23 सभी के लिए वेल्दी हेल्दी प्रोसेस सेफ्टी के साथ व्यतीत हो और हमारे कंपनी के लिए भी अच्छे भविष्य की कामना करते हुए अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त करता हूँ। और सेक्रेटरी टीम को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ, प्लस कोरेस टीम को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ जिन्होंने काफी अच्छा मैनेज करके हमें मौका मिला। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, नमस्कार।
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, that is Ms. Lily Pradhan. Ms. Pradhan, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Yeah, Ms. Pradhan, could you please unmute your microphone and your webcam? Yeah, your mic needs to be unmuted, ma'am, from your screen. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Very good afternoon, respected all chairpersons and all viewers. I am very happy to know that the company's performance is developing a lot in nowadays after COVID-19 pandemic situation. I have some specific question in present situation. What is the aim and object of the future development in all over country? And what is the byproduct planning? What is planning for CSR activities on challenging persons? What is the vision and mission? Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, that is Mr. Kaushik Sahukar. Mr. Sahukar, you're requested to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
Am I audible?
You're audible, sir. You can also turn on your webcam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you,
can see
ma'am.
you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. First off, I would like to thank the board of directors for giving me an opportunity to speak in this forum. Many of you would remember me from the conversation past, so I will keep both my ask and introduction brief. I hope I'm clearly audible.
Sir, you're audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Myself, Kaushik Shaukar, a qualified chartered accountant from Mumbai. I have been suffering from dystonia, which has rendered 55% of my body paralyzed, impacting my right hand, my right leg, and the speech. While I have not let that come in my way of becoming a chartered accountant and practicing, I do request your support in helping me continue to be self-reliant. I hope I'm clearly audible till now. Thank you, sir. I was optimistic after our conversation we had last year about me working for our organization on certification work, including Form 15 CB. However, nothing has progressed since. While I understand things have not progressed due to pandemic situation last year, I do request your support in helping me. Sorry. I do hope that after our conversation today, our organization would start engaging me in this area as soon as possible. Sir, I would like to acknowledge the effort taken by Mr. A.K. Joshi in in providing us the link to join AGM. Thank you, Mr. A.K. Joshi. So I also, once again, I thank you for the opportunity me to speak today and hope to see a positive movement forward with my ask. I support all the resolution. It will appreciate if a company can support with at least some small activities to help me to continue self-reliant. Sir, I'm also aware that this is not a platform to speak all the thing, but how else can I reach you? Please throw some light. Uh, Sir, Emami is well known for its CS activities. You have transformed the life of various persons. I require similar support from Emami to enable me to be self-independent and self-reliant. Also, how is company fulfilling our PM dream of Atmanirbhar? Secondly, sir, is there impact of on a company due to Channel Plus One policy? Finally, I believe company has strong enough brand, including O2C product, and I also believe it does not require any further advertisement. Instead, if company can distribute samples among shareholders, it will serve both the needs. Companies should consider this option as an alternate to advertisement, which is more effective and beneficial. Sir, I also welcome all the directors, including Mr. Anand Dhati, whom I am a great admirer, and I also follow him in building my portfolio. I'm sure the company will immensely benefit from the inclusion of all the new directors and more particularly to the experience of Mr. Anand Bhati. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member, that is Mr. Manas Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee, we request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Yeah, could you please unmute your audio and video, Mr. Banerjee? We've given you the permission to unmute. You will get a prompt on your screen. Could you please accept it to unmute your microphone and your webcam? Yeah. Could you say something, Mr. Banerjee? It looks like your microphone is unmuted.
Unmuted.
Yes, sir. It is.
Good afternoon, everybody. Respected Chairman, present Board of Directors, and my fellow online shareholders. Myself, Manas Banerjee, attending the AGM through VC from Kolkata. I already cast my e-voting, all in favor of the resolutions. Thanks to Secretariat Department for sending soft copy of annual report and notices well in advance. As per financial data, our company has shown a good profit growth, 15.36% for past 3 years. And our company has significantly decreased its debt by rupees 111.72 crore. Now our company is virtually debt-free. For the financial year 2021 to 2022, our company's EPS was 18.88, of which rupees 8 is distributed as dividend, which is healthy. Now come to my queries. The company has a growth of net profit, which is declining. I would like to know what initiatives are you taken for sustained growth and profitability. Has the board minimized or managed possible exchange rate fluctuations? How much your R&D spent in percentage terms? Normal monsoon, government initiatives to boost the rural economy, healthy economic growth, favorable demographic profile, increasing disposable income, and changing customer taste will support the FMCG sector's growth. That's from my end. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member. That is Mr. Mukesh Chandiramani. However, he had registered but now not connected to the meeting. We will therefore move to our next speaker member. That's Sujan Modak. Request you to please unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Respected Chairman, other Board of Directors, and my online fellow shareholders. Sir, I'm Sujan Modak. Sir, I'm attending this meeting from my residence in Kolkata. Sir, if we see the performance of our company, this is very good. It's really remarkable, sir. Operating income has gone up. Profit before tax has increased. Profit after tax has also jumped up, sir. We got nice dividend and CSR activity is very fine, sir. गोयनका जी नमस्कार, बहुत अच्छे से चला रहा है सर. आप लोगों को सच में सर ऊपर वाले का दुआ है, हमारा कंपनी बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, हम सब लोग बहुत खुश है सर. सर वी हैव गॉट endless प्रोडक्ट लाइनअप. सर हमारा स्लोगन ऐसे होना चाहिए, घर घर में इमामी, हर घर में इमामी. एक्चुअली है सर, स्लोगन का जरूरत नहीं है. If we see the kitchen of every household, there must be some Emami product, beauty product, everything is there. हर घर में सर मिलेगा सर. आपका नाम हर घर में है सर. हम इसीलिए बहुत खुश है सर. और सबसे बड़ी बात है सर, सेकेंड जनरेशन प्रोमोटर्स को जो आप आगे लेके आए हैं, ये तो सर बहुत ही अच्छी बात है सर. एक दिन तो जाना है, आज नहीं तो कल, लेकिन जो सेकेंड बैच जो खड़ा हो गया, इसके लिए बहुत ही अच्छा है सर. हम भी चले जाएंगे तो हमारा सेकेंड बैच आपका पास आ जाएंगे सर. तो ये जो आपका थिंकिंग है बहुत ही अच्छा है, बहुत बढ़िया है. थैंक यू सर, बहुत अच्छी चीज है सर. सर मेरा एक ही क्वेश्चन है सर, लॉन्ग लिस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट जैसे है, हमारा लॉन्ग लिस्ट ऑफ सर स्पीकर्स भी है, 13 नंबर पे है सर. हाँ, मान ला कि 13, लेकिन एक तो सर लकी चीज क्या है सर, हर हमारा जितना क्वेश्चन है सब लोग पूछ लिए सर, और कुछ नहीं पूछना है, एक चीज केवल जानना है सर, वो है हमारा जो सब्सिडी है इमामी लंका प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. श्रीलंका में बहुत ही कुछ प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, तो सर उसका प्रेजेंट स्टेटस अगर थोड़ा बता देंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा सर. वही एक चीज जानना है, अदरवाइज हम पूरा जो आप क्वेश्चन सब कंप्लीट हो चुका है, तो मेरे को टाइम कंज्यूम नहीं करने का है. लेकिन बिफोर आई फिनिश सर, एक चीज सर बहुत जरूरी है आपको कहना, वो है हमारा सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट AK जोशी जी को नमस्कार. थैंक यू सर, बहुत अच्छा आप हमारे साथ सर रिश्ता रखते हैं सर. और पुरोहित जी है, बलराम जी है सर, दीज पीपल आर वेरी वेरी वैल्यूएबल ऑफिसर्स ऑफ आवर कंपनी. ये सर हमको बिल्कुल मानना है सर, उनका वजह से हम लोग और खुश है. प्रोडक्ट है, डिविडेंड है, आप है, प्लस इन लोग है. तो सर और कुछ नहीं कहना है, प्लीज आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए, हम आपका साथ है सर. नमस्कार.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next speaker member, Mr. Tapas Kumar Datta, had registered, however, has not connected. We will therefore move with our next speaker member. That is Mr. Atanu Saha. He's connected via an audio call.
I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please go ahead.
Yes. Good morning. Whether it is time is noon. Good morning. Sir, Atanu Saha, sir, a shareholder of Emami Limited, which are making people healthy and beautiful naturally. I respect my chairman and board of directors and company secretary and his team and CFO and all present shareholders present in this VC meeting. Sir, our company organizing its 39th AGM on Friday, 9th September 2022, whether it is a holy day of Hinduism. Sir, it's my pride that I get a chance to attend this AGM today. Sir, our company presented a beautiful, bold and individual year balance sheet, sir. Sir, I already casted my vote, sir. And my question is that I agree with all my previous shareholders' views, sir. So not necessary to repeat also the same questions in time. Sir, what is our company future business plan on the new brand products, sir? And what are our company shareholders reward policies, sir? And sir, our company promoting football as a CSR. Why not swimming? Why not cycling? Why not walking on marathon, sir? Sir, in India, playing is a part of our right now. It's education. No. Sir, okay, sir. Thank you. Wish you happy year, good and good dividend, and good health to everybody and all field workers. Now I'm hand over to our moderator, Chorus, because the Chorus helping me to provide me a audio system. Thank you to everybody. I Atanu Saha. I hand over it to our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We will move to our next speaker member. That's Mr. Bimal Sarkar. Mr. Sarkar, request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question. Yeah, Mr. Sarkar, could you please unmute your audio and video? Yes, sir. You need to unmute your audio.
Hello. Hello. Madam, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you are.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, अन्य बिंदु और उपस्थित कंपनी सेक्रेटरी जोशी दास सर, आपको पहले तो मैं गोयनका जी को गुड आफ्टरनून सर, आप कैसे हैं? आपका जो रिजल्ट लिया है ये बहुत ही अच्छे रिजल्ट लिया है। जो एडवांस पोजीशन में जो कंपनी का जो सिचुएशन में चल रहे थे, कोविड लॉकडाउन और उसके बाद रशिया यूक्रेन का वार, उसके बाद भी जो हो रहे हैं, इससे सारे एडवांस पोजीशन में जो रिजल्ट हमारा कंपनी में लिया है ये अप्रिशिएबल। ये आपको अप्रिशिएट नहीं करेंगे तो अच्छा नहीं रहेगा सर। तो आप एक्सीलेंट जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है, इसलिए मैंने गोयनका जी को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं। आपने एक्सीलेंट प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है कंपनी का परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में, और वैल्यूएबल भी है, इसलिए आपको धन्यवाद सर। जो CSR एक्टिविटीज, एक्सीलेंट CSR एक्टिविटी, मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है सर, देखिए ये एक्सीलेंट जो एक्टिविटीज के अंदर
Mr. Sarkar, can you please hold the microphone closer? We can't hear you. Mr. Sarkar, we can't hear you clearly, sir. So I think you're traveling. If you're traveling, maybe we can take you on an audio call instead of a VoIP call. So
कंपनी सेक्रेटरी को
members of the board, it looks like there is some problem with Mr. Sarkar's connection. Members of the board, we will try to get the connection for Mr. Sarkar. There seems to be some issue with his connection. In the meanwhile, we'll proceed with our next speaker member. That is Mr. Alok Kumar Pal. Mr. Alok Kumar Pal, request you to please unmute your audio and video and proceed with your question. We request you to please accept the prompt on your screen and go ahead with your question.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, are you hearing me? Hello?
We can hear you. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Alok Kumar Pal, we can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon. Myself, AK Pal. At the outset, I express my sincere gratitude to our beloved company secretary, Mr. Joshi and Mr. Purohit. I profoundly touched by their courtesy, kindness, and generosity. My special thanks also goes our secretarial team for their remarkable and speedy investor service. It is truly praiseworthy. I also my heartfelt thanks to our board of directors for sterling performance and higher profit. Sir, I have 2 or 3 questions. Have you done energy audit and fire safety audit regularly? And your IT system is 27,000 complied or not? As well as your energy system 51,000 is complied or not? And what is your future roadmap? Please explain. Thank you, sir, for patient hearing. Hope next year we will again meet with higher dividend and better performance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member. That was Mr. Vinay Bhire. It looks like he's disconnected. We'll try to get him back in the call. We'll move to our next speaker member. That's Mr. Taraknath Chakrabarti. We've been able to reconnect him on an audio call. Mr. Taraknath, could you please go ahead, sir?
Yes, speaking here. Hello.
Sir, you can go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
Hello. I good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, Mr. Old is Gold Chairman, Mr. Agarwalji and Mr. Goenka. Emami Limited 39 AGM started now Friday, and really we are very proud. Emami is one of the oldest gold herbal company in all over, not only India, all over world. And company is every day year with going concern of the Emami Limited. Emami Limited every year is a purchase the medicine group of one by one takeover. I am very proud. Very recently is a one company takeover is SBL of homeopathy. This product I use is a very dynamic action. This product, and not only that, Emami is a very good brand ambassador. I personally felicitate our company joint chairman, Mr. Goenka and Mr. Jaiswalji, Agarwalji, all of board of directors and senior valuable most director, finance and CFO, Mr. Bansaliji, and our company very nearest and good connected, our minority shareholder, Mr. Secretary Company A.K. Joshi, Assistant Secretary Mr. Ashok Purohit and Mr. Bimal is a really very good coordinator, is a minority shareholder, and today we are overall 15 speaker is joining the AGM over VC, but your all are full responsible and due to proper time delivered with hard copy in my particular residence. And I personally thank our spare department, Mr. Joshi, Ashok Purohit and Mr. Bimal Sarkar and other part of them. It is my point is view, sir. We know comments your annual report. Annual report is very dynamic, monumental pillar of full of dream and all color picturing mission, vision, and not only that, your Bollywood 23rd dynamic man so man actor, and you are control our Emami group is a really very proud we are. This is the one of the best companies, Emami, the brand ambassador at Bombay, all are leading part of actor is joining in our company. And personally, this thanks to our advertise department and our company management team and newcomer our management board. Ma'am, sir, this year your expected 9 of monumental pillar is accounting standard. Account standard is a 100% benchmark point is proper guideline you have to maintain to your standard accounting side. And not only that, minority shareholder try to base effort of 3 parts. One part of good turnover, second part is good profitability, and third phase is a good dividend. All of these things keep up maintained in this dynamic and dry season. Already 2-3 years we are very difficult time is arise, the COVID-19, and in this time companies to the pay continue dividend. It is a handsome thing. Sir, one thing I query, Sir, our company standard, our company status, our company pay the minority shareholder dividend, all of these things, not only share. You are 2013 2:1, 2018 is 1:1, and your reserve capital use, it is my expected 22 or 23 you are announcing your bonus side. But our sir, secondary market, NSC and BSC, and 1 rupee share is very poor. Very recent is touch around 380 to 430. Now 500 is crossed. At least it is my our conception. At least our company, this share price more than 5,000 per 1 rupee share. Parallel, sir, is showing your other company, Maruti, Asian Paint, Bajaj. So like this company 6, 5, 7 and this price, and only our Emami branded limited company share price is high. It is, we are not, it's really, I am very unhappy. But it is another matter. I know briefly discussion, our speech, sir, I am very pleased to your proper transaction, and your annual report is 100% benchmark point. And one thing I request, sir, coming here, you have joining the physical, but VC is too much disturbed, and Courage is not so far good VC organic person, and too much disturbed. Third number I calling to you, and there is no sufficient link in my mobile showing. So naturally is a very disturbed point. Sir, I request you coming here at least. All of these things is very normal. Why? So why no SEBI guideline is follow up the physical meeting? Already, sir, 4-5 companies, Calcutta, Keshoram, Birla Tire, Birla Corporation is the 26th is physical meeting attending the Uttam Mancho, and Shintila Hotel is physical meeting, and lot of some big and small company arrange is physical. So, sir, I request to you, I know briefly discussion. Thank you, our company chairman. We are praise the God. Long health your Agarwalji and Goenkaji is the health, and all other members, our valuable person, Joshiji, Purohitji, Ashok Purohit is the assistant secretary, really is a very good efficient ability person. Our connecting is very good, and he is good coordinate, maintain to this. And at lastly, thanks all our member participant, minority shareholder, Taraknath Chakraborty speaking to Calcutta, my DPID, IN 300773, client ID 1016732. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I over microphone turn round to our company chairman. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We now invite our next speaker member, Abhirup Nandi. Request you to please accept the prompt on your screen, unmute your audio and video, and proceed with your question.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I am Abhirup Nandi, an equity shareholder of the company. Excellent opening speech by our management. I am very confident with this current performance and future performance. Sir, the annual report, I had requested a physical copy, and I have got it, and it is very well presented. The entire, whether it is disclosure or it is presentation, both are very well done in the annual report. So I'm really happy with this presentation towards the shareholders, for the shareholders. So in the financial perspective, in every perspective, the company has done a very strong financial result irrespective of such turbulent economic conditions. So I'm very happy and glad to see such performance by the management. The same is also reflected in the stock price. It is continuously growing. So it shows the shareholders are in all perspective happy. Sir, there has been no compromise in quality in whether in the product or towards the attention towards shareholders. So the companies totally they are doing no compromise in quality. They are maintaining top quality. Excellent corporate governance led by our CS and its team. We have 13 items and it has been well presented in the explanatory statement. I support all of the 13 items because all of those are for the positive future of the company. So I absolutely support the items in the annual report. The organic and inorganic growth in the company is very good, and I'm very very futuristic and I'm very positive regarding the future of this company. That's all from my side. This is a very transparent and smooth AGM that is being conducted by the company and its and the chorus call. They are doing it very nicely. They have sent multiple reminders and they have given all the support that is required for the shareholders. So thank you for conducting this transparent and smooth AGM. That's all from my side. This is Abhirup Nandi signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will now invite our next speaker member. That was Mr. Bimal Sarkar. We were unable to hear him earlier. We have therefore connected him on an audio call. Mr. Bimal Sarkar, your audio is unmuted. Yes, we can hear you now. So you'll have to repeat your question.
Hello, am I audible, sir? Madam? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello?
Sir, you're audible.
Okay. Sir, very good afternoon, गोयनका जी. मैं निकल गए थे फिर दोबारा किया है सर. जो आपने एक्सीलेंट जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है वेरिएबल, इसके लिए आपको धन्यवाद देता हूँ. सर, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी AK जोशी और जो कंपनी जो है सबको मैंने सेक्रेटरिएट डिपार्टमेंट में जो लोग है ना, पुरोहित जी है, बलराम सरकार ने बहुत हेल्प किया है मेरे को ये मीटिंग में ज्वाइन करने के लिए, इसलिए मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. सर, मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी रेज्ड बाय द प्रीवियस स्पीकर, तो मैंने और टाइम नहीं लेना चाहता हूँ. सर, ये रिजल्ट किया है सारे डिपार्टमेंट पोजिशन में भी जो रिजल्ट किया है, इसके लिए मैं गोयनका जी आपका पूरा टीम को मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. सर, एक्सीलेंट CSR कमेटी, सर आप लोग जो CSR कमेटी ने जो किया है एक्सीलेंट परफॉर्मेंस किया है, इसलिए मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ. सर, मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट है सर, जो डिसेबल पर्सन है, फिजिकली जो एबल्ड नहीं है, उन लोगों को लिए कुछ थ्रू CSR आप लोग एक्टिविटीज करें. सर, मेरे को आप गोयनका जी आपको लंबी उम्र दे और पूरा टीम को सुस्त रहेगा. कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट और कंपनी का जितना एम्प्लॉय है सब सुस्त रहेगा. ये भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हुए मेरा वक्तव्य कंक्लूड करने जा रहा हूँ. मेरे को बोलने का मौका दिया है, इसलिए धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच. गोयनका साहब, आप सुस्त रहिएगा. थैंक यू.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we conclude the question session from the speaker members. I now hand over the proceeding to Mr. R.S. Goenka. Over to you, sir.
इसको ठीक करो. Thank you all for the compliments, questions, and suggestions of the members. While the responses to shareholders' questions are being compiled, we will take you through the company's various campaigns and advertisements for a few minutes. Sri N.S. Vansali will thereafter answer to the members' queries.
ब्यूटीफुल हेयर कौन नहीं चाहता, पर पोल्यूशन, केमिकल ट्रीटमेंट बनाते हैं बालों को डैमेज्ड. इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 नॉन स्टिकी हेयर ऑयल. जिस तरह 7 कलर से बनता है रेनबो, इसमें है 7 ऑयल्स जो बालों को बनाए अंदर से 20 टाइम्स स्ट्रॉन्गर और बाहर से ऑल डे सेट. इमामी 7 ऑयल्स इन 1 हेयर ऑयल. स्ट्रॉन्ग इनसाइड, सेट आउटसाइड.
खूंखार सर दर्द का नॉकआउट मुक्का, कंधे पे सवार खूंखार दर्द का कमर तोड़ वार. खूंखार दर्द को कड़क जवाब, लाल संडू बाम अल्ट्रा पावर आयुर्वेद का डबल डोज खूंखार दर्द भगाए.
चले चलो इंडिया चले चलो.
संडू लाल कड़क बाम.
खूब पसीना गर्मी जाओ भूल भूल भूल, आया ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल. ठंडा ठंडा कूल कूल रखे दिन भर कूल. नवरत्ना मैक्स कूल. हीट में भी फील
गर्मियों में फूलों वाला टैल्क दे सिर्फ खुशबू। लगाओ नवरत्न मैक्स कूल और रहो दिन भर ठंडा ठंडा मैक्स कूल।
फासले अभी बाकी है, चले चलो, दर्द से तुम ना रुको, चले चलो, पीड़ा हारी बाम।
जंडू बाम सरदर्द, बदन दर्द और सर्दी में दे आराम।
चले चलो, दर्द से ना रुको ना झुको, चले चलो, हाँ चले चलो, इंडिया चले
चलो जंडू बाम।
तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
ताकत भर, ताकत भर, ताकत भर,
ताकत भर इतनी अंदर के कोई कभी गिरा न सके। खुद को कर इतना तैयार, मौसम भी तुझे हरा न सके। तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, तू झुक मत, तू डर मत, तू रुक मत, बना खुद को इतना बुलंद, कभी तुझे नजर ना लगे, नजर ना लगे।
झंडू की इम्यूनिटी रेंज, 100 वर्षों का अनुभव और अनुसंधान, ताकि आप रहें हरदम तैयार। झंडू।
वाव शिल्पा, बालों में इतना बदलाव, नो हेयर फॉल,
है ना? पहले मैं जहाँ पे भी देखती थी बस मेरे गिरे बाल नजर आते थे, सेट पर, कपड़ों पर, हर जगह। झड़ते बालों ने मेरी रातों की नींद तक छीन ली थी। मैंने बहुत कुछ ट्राई किया पर कोई असर नहीं। तब मेरे डॉक्टर ने बताया केश किंग।
21 जड़ी बूटियों वाला केश किंग आयुर्वेदिक तेल जड़ों तक जाकर उनको मजबूत करे, बाल झड़ना रोके, नए बाल उगाए। इंटरनेशनल हेयर इंस्टीट्यूट द्वारा प्रमाणित।
मैंने खुद यूज किया और असर पाया।
अब अपना ऑयल चेंज मत करना।
नो वे, आई ट्रस्ट ओनली केश किंग। मेरी तरह करोड़ों लोगों ने हेयर फॉल पर असर पाया और इसीलिए केश किंग है इंडिया का नंबर 1 हेयर फॉल एक्सपर्ट।
एक झप्पी गहरी सी गहराई से छुआ है, झप्पी तेरी दुआ है। एक झप्पी गहरी सी अंदर तक छू जाए, अंदर से संवार दे, जैसे बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन विद विटामिन ई। ये 20 लेयर्स गहराई तक जाकर ड्राई रफ स्किन को बनाए इतना सॉफ्ट और ग्लोइंग 24 आवर्स कि दिल बोले एक झप्पी और। बोरोप्लस दूध केसर बॉडी लोशन, बाय 1 गेट 1 फ्री।
अरे वो रियूनियन कैंसिल करना होगा।
क्यों?
अरे कितने बहाने, रितु के फेमस पिंपल्स, आनंद के सनबर्न का डर, नैट्स बेबी के बाल का दुखी हाल, मीना को ड्राई स्किन का टेंशन।
अरे नो टेंशन, है ना ऑल इन वन सोल्यूशन। नेचर्स मैजिक एलोवेरा बोरोप्लस एलो जेल, एकमात्र 100% ऑर्गेनिक जेल विद एंटीसेप्टिक हर्ब्स एंड विटामिन ई। ये अंदर से हील करे नेचुरली, दाग मिटाए, मॉइस्चराइज करे, त्वचा और बाल को रखे सॉफ्ट एंड हेल्दी। रोज लगाओ, बेफिक्र बन जाओ। Nature's Magic बोरोप्लस ऑर्गेनिक एलो जेल।
स्वेट, धूल और पोल्यूशन, कड़क धूप बनाए चेहरा बेजान। फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश फॉर टफ मेल स्किन, इंस्टेंट में दे रेडिएंट फ्रेश लुक और हैंडसम गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम।
फेयर एंड हैंडसम फेस वॉश।
चमत्कारी चंपी का वादा लाया है राहत राजा।
सर में जब डिस्को बजे जोर जोर से, आह की आवाज आए चारों ओर से, थकान हुए इस कदर, नींद भी रफू चक्कर, अरे गर्मी जो हो भयंकर। पाओ ठंडा ठंडा, पाओ ठंडा ठंडा कूल चमत्कार, करो मस्त चंपी नवरत्न से।
9 जड़ी बूटियों वाला नवरत्न तेल। इसकी चंपी दे सर दर्द, बदन दर्द, गर्मी, थकान और अनिद्रा से राहत। नवरत्न तेल, ठंडा ठंडा, कूल कूल।
तुम 3 साबुन से नहाते हो?
ये जर्म्स मारे 99.99%। ये रखे स्किन को मॉइस्चराइज्ड।
और ये
आयुर्वेदिक फॉर हेल्दी स्किन।
और इसके लिए तीसरा हाथ कहाँ से लाओगे?
तुम हो ना, लगाओ लगाओ।
ये लो बोरोप्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप। जर्म्स मारे, मॉइस्चराइज करे और नीम तुलसी एलो युक्त आयुर्वेदिक भी।
बोरोप्लस 3-in-1 स्मार्ट सोप अब सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
रोज रोज बदहजमी, भारीपन और गैस, और लोग कहते हैं कि हमारी जगह ठीक नहीं है। अब आप ही बताइए, ऑयली था, ज्यादा खा लिया है ना, खाना फ्रेश नहीं था। गलत। इसका असली कारण ये सब नहीं, प्रॉब्लम आप में है, आपका कमजोर पाचन। ये देखिए,
कमजोर पाचन यानी रोज बदहजमी, गैस, भारीपन। इसीलिए खाने के बाद 35 आयुर्वेदिक तत्वों वाला झंडू पंचरिष्ट डाइजेस्टिव टॉनिक, ये पेट को करे अंदर से स्ट्रॉन्ग 30 दिनों में। झंडू पंचरिष्ट, पेट की तकलीफें गॉन,
करो पाचन स्ट्रॉन्ग।
देखो देखो टूटता तारा, चलो विश करो।
आई विश मेरी स्किन सुपर सॉफ्ट और फ्रेश रहे।
हाँ यार।
और आई विश ये चोट जल्दी से ठीक हो जाए।
आई विश मेरी स्किन पूरा दिन मॉइस्चराइज रहे, बिना चिप चिप।
Your wishes are granted.
बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट।
हाँ यार।
नया बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट विद विटामिन ई एंड फ्रूट वाटर 10 सेकंड में त्वचा में समाये और हील करे। दे 24 आवर्स मॉइस्चर और सॉफ्टनेस बिना चिप चिप। इंडियाज फर्स्ट नॉन स्टिकी एंटीसेप्टिक क्रीम।
बोरोप्लस सॉफ्ट।
बाय बाय चिप चिप, हेलो सॉफ्ट स्किन।
गर्म हवा का पहला झोंका, तपता सा है हर नजारा।
चुपती जलती गर्मी, चुपती जलती गर्मी का मौसम आया। चुपती जलती घमौरिया लाया। आया मौसम ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का। ठंडे ठंडे गर्मी कूल का।
लड़कियों की नहीं, भाई की क्रीम, फेयर एंड हैंडसम। ये ले, मर्दों के लिए फिट,
फेयर एंड हैंडसम जाए सख्त त्वचा के अंदर, दे सन प्रोटेक्शन और इंस्टेंट रेडियंस।
चेहरा हैंडसम और हिट।
हैंडसम 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 गिरी।
जो अंदर से फेयर, वो बाहर से हैंडसम। फेयर एंड हैंडसम भाई की क्रीम।
करो ट्राई पॉलिटिक्स। 1 2 टाइम लगेगा। क्रॉसवर्ड। कब्ज की ताजा खबर, झंडू नित्यम, एक शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
बार बार अंदर बाहर क्यों, जब 10 में से 9 लोगों ने माना झंडू नित्यम करे एक शॉट में पेट क्लियर।
फुल क्लियर?
यस, फुल पेपर। झंडू नित्यम, कब्ज से 1 शॉट राहत।
सर ये आपका कफ सिर्फ 5 रुपए वापस।
लगता है भाभी जी को भी खांसी है, अंकल को भी है, अच्छा अच्छा आंटी को भी है, कहीं पूरे मोहल्ले को तो खांसी नहीं है आपके?
सिर्फ मुझे ही।
जहाँ काम चुस्की का हो, वह बोतल का झंझट क्यों?
तो क्या करूं?
ये लीजिए।
Thank you. Dear members, thank you for your patience. I now hand over the proceedings to Mr. N.H. Bansali. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Goenka ji. Thank you for allowing me to provide my responses to the shareholders' queries. But before that, I would like to thank all the shareholders for joining the AGM virtually and extending their unstinted support and encouragement as always. Around 16 shareholders have already spoken on various issues of the company. We are thankful to the shareholders for taking such keen interest in Emami and would now address the issues raised by the respective shareholders in the same chronology. So we'll start with the first shareholder first. Mr. Rajesh Godawat, he had a lot of appreciation for the team, for the chairman, and he also congratulated Sri Goenka ji for his award as a Bang Vibhushan. It is indeed a great honor for Emami family to have to have received such great accolade for Goenka ji and for the Emami family. Thanks. He asked about the compliances followed under various waste management laws. In fact, we are very conscious on the waste management since the early days. We have reduced over 1,500 metric tons of plastics usage in over a period of 5 years. And we have complied fully with the APR regulations. And last year in FY22, 25% of our collection and recycling compliance has already been met. And in FY23, the current year also, we expect to do a compliance level of 70% in terms of APR responsibilities. And we expect to do a full compliance by in the next further 1 year. Apart from these compliances, we are also taking many steps in terms of recycling the water, increasing the renewable energy consumption. In fact, our renewable energy consumption has increased from 1% to 5% from FY20 in just 2 years. So taking many steps, and the detailed report has been mentioned in our annual report also. Shareholders may kindly refer that, and it is we are very proud that we are taking all the steps to keep the environment also agile as our products are. He rightly said, Mr. Godawat, that we have spent around 1,000 crore on various on acquisition, on dividend, and also on the buyback of share. And despite this, there is no debt. That's a remarkable truth for us, because our cash flow is very good. In fact, EBITDA of over 900 crore we have had. And currently, despite making an acquisition regularly, we are still a debt-free company on a net basis, and with a net cash reserve of around 90 crore on 30th June. He asked about the future prospect of Dermicool and how much contribution it may have on the overall turnover of the company. The Dermicool is a very renowned brand from the House of Paras, which had been acquired by the Rackets, and we have now acquired it in the last financial year. We expect around 3 to 4% of our turnover to come from this Dermicool. It is a very prominent product in prickly heat and cool talc category, and it gives, along with our existing brand, it gives us a leadership position in this category. And we are hopeful of taking it to the new heights. He also asked about the future plan for the Man company. A Man company is a premium product company in the male grooming segment. It has now become a subsidiary of Emami from 1st of July. And it has a great future. It is increasing. The growth is very phenomenal, and we expect a good growth to come in from this brand. He was insisting and asking for the bonus shares. In fact, it's just not the bonus shares. It is we are looking at the overall growth of the business and the overall wealth accretion to the shareholders. And in line with that, we have doled out a dividend payout of around 40%. We have also resorted to buyback of shares, and we are also putting money back into the business by doing acquisitions. So all these are all wealth creation initiatives for the shareholders, and I hope these are in line with the expectation of the shareholders. The next in line was Mr. Ashit Kumar Pathak. He had all the appreciation for the management team. He rightly pointed out that about the debt equity ratio as on 31st March was very low, and we were almost debt free at that time itself. We did a buyback of shares, and the quantum was 200 crores. Which he wanted to understand the new launches plan and the spend on it. We aggressively spend on the new launches and make the brands success. In the last year, we have had a few new launches, if you know, kind of Boro Plus Soft Ayurvedic cream. Then we also launched Cash King Anti-Dandruff Shampoo. We came out with Chyawanprash with Jaggery under the Jendu brand. All are doing extremely well. Navratna Therapy was also introduced last year, and there were more than 20 new launches on the Zenducare platform, in Zenducare website in the last year. And there are many more new launches which are expected to come in the times to come. We wanted to understand the impact of increasing prices. The COGS in the last year, FY22, on an annualized basis had increased by 150 basis points, and the trend was increasing further in the first quarter for the current year also, where we had our COGS had increased by 350 basis points. But now we have taken lot many steps. In fact, we have resorted to judicious price increases and also taken lot many steps in terms of the cost reduction, optimization of costs. And so we expect the second half there would be substantial cooling off in terms of the increase which has happened. We are ending it very efficiently. You wanted to understand the price paid for True Native for acquisition of 19% shares. The price has not been disclosed and it is not very substantial. And inorganic route as a growth is very much on the cards for us. We want to grow from organic as well as inorganic routes as well. As we have a substantial free cash flow as has been discussed earlier. And so we are always on the lookout for good inorganic opportunities. We wanted to understand the impact of on the international business, particularly the Sri Lanka, the turmoil in Sri Lanka, Russia. Yes, there are challenges, and our teams are relentlessly working on the business plans. And we have, despite these challenges, we expect to deliver a double-digit growth in FY23 as well, and that growth would again be a profitable growth. So yes, there are challenges in Sri Lanka. Also, some other shareholder also wanted to understand the status of business in Sri Lanka, particularly the forex impact. The impact though there is an impact, but it is not great in an overall size of the business. And we expect this to be a shorter term, and over a period there are good opportunities in these countries, and we are all there to grab the opportunity at the right time. The next was there were questions from an appreciation, a lot of appreciation by Mr. Taraknath Chakravarti, an old shareholder. We reconnected with him at the end also. He appreciated the acquisitions by the Emami Group. He had all the appreciation for the Emami brands, and he is an excellent user of Emami products. Good annual report. He had all the appreciation for the compliances, accounting, and disclosures. So all the appreciation he had, we thankfully acknowledge his appreciation. He also had an expectation on the bonus, which I already covered, that we are looking at growing the business and delivering a good value growth to the shareholders. So last year we doled out more than 350 crores on dividend. We did a buyback of over 200 crore and around 500 crore of kind of an acquisition. So almost 1,000 crore has been spent on these initiatives. And we would continue to do good buyback, good dividend payouts, and also keep on looking out for the acquisitions. He insisted for the physical meeting for the AGM. Majority of shareholders, in a few of the shareholders here also on the those who interacted, particularly Mr. Santosh Saraf and other members, they all are willing to conduct to join the meeting virtually, because it gives a lot of convenience. So though we have noted the suggestion that we will discuss and see what is broadly acceptable and useful for all the shareholders. The next appreciation and questions were from Mr. Gautam Nandi. He had all the thanks and appreciation for secretarial department and all the team members. He appreciated and some dividends during the tough times, and also our CSR initiatives. On the bonus also, he had a few questions. I have already responded to them. And also he wanted to understand the new launches plan and the new launches which has been already been done. I've covered it earlier. And he had a request for factory visit. We had conducted it earlier, and now since the factories have been so fragmented across the country, it is not that easy and advisable also. But though it is a suggestion, we will see if it is anyways anything possible there. And we truly acknowledge the kind of emotional loyal customer, since he is a loyal customer, and despite this, our pandemic support, he became emotional while remembering that, when the whole board, and we acknowledge and his gesture on this. The next was the questions were from Mr. Jaideep Bakshi. He had all the appreciation again for the secretarial team and the board and the management team. He wanted to understand how are we handling the cost pressure. Cost we have initiated since many years. In fact, last 3-4 years, we are very vigorously working on cost reduction across each head of expense across the organization. We are also taking a very judicious price increases to handle the cost pressure. And despite this, our margins in terms of the gross margins and EBITDA margins are one of the highest in the industry. And we are managing it very well. He wanted to understand the status of units in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and other international units. All the units are doing very well on the ground. Even the Sri Lanka unit is doing good. Bangladesh unit is doing exceedingly well and is helping us to increase our edge in the business in those countries. He had a bias towards natural products and is going important. So what are our plans? In fact, if you look at all our products are Ayurveda based, and that's the strength of your company. And we will build further products, and our overall business is on this strength only. He is a user of many brands of Emami. We appreciate that. And also he appreciated the nice pictures of our chairman, both the chairmen. Thanks for the compliment. Then Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee, he had all the appreciation for Emami's products, nice business balance sheet presentation and excellent results. We had appreciation for good dividend and buyback. He was wanting to understand our plans for a sustainable growth and also the plans in terms of the risk management. These had been captured in a very detailed manner in the balance sheet, and would request you to kindly refer to them in detail. And he also insisted for increasing the dividend payout, which is presently at 40%. We feel that it is highly, very reasonable looking at the payout and also the growth money which might be required. The next were the questions and appreciation by Mr. Manoj Gupta. He wanted to understand whether we are compliant with the CSR regulations which have changed over a time in the very recently also. We are, in fact, we take CSR as a religion and not as a compliance. We are fully compliant in terms of the statutory requirements, and apart from that, we do it for the benefit of the community. So we take it very religiously. He appreciated the new board and Rathiji, Anjani Agarwalji, and all the whole new board. We are thankful for that. Disputed cases, I wanted to understand whether we can reduce it further. Our endeavor is always to reduce the litigations, and we take advantage of whenever the opportunity arises. But wherever we are confident and there are cases which are not, we feel that they are not sustainable, we keep them as this. We fight it out, and we have a very good track record there. We wanted to understand the process of unclaimed dividend. We send the unclaimed dividends before they are transferred to the fund, the government fund. The notices are given to the shareholders. Notices are also placed on the website. And as far as possible, we also try to connect with the shareholders personally and guide them if they are available or they are contactable. So we do all those, we take all the steps before we ensure that, before we transfer the funds to the government funds or the equity to the government. Suggestions on the brand ambassadors are noted. He had a question on acquisition of East Bengal club. Though it's not an endeavor of Emami Limited. It is something for the group, and there is no direct linkage of Emami Limited with East Bengal club that way. Though it is a part of the group, and we are proud to remain associated as a group with the East Bengal club. Then Mr. Santosh Saraf had a lot of appreciation for the board, for the chairman, and for the management team, the presentation, and also the dividend of ₹8 during the tough times. We sincerely acknowledge his gestures and the kind words. He asked whether the further fundraising plan for the acquisitions we do. In fact, as I discussed, informed earlier, We have a very substantial cash flow on the balance sheet year after year. Over 900 crore kind of an EBITDA is being generated, and we are always on the lookout for acquisitions. And despite these acquisitions, we are generally debt free. So if there is an opportunity which is of a big size and if we need funds, we definitely would come to the shareholders for any day when it would be required. Audit of CSR initiatives, as I discussed, I informed earlier, we take CSR very sincerely and we are very meticulous in terms of the impact it is making to the society. It is not just a compliance, and in fact, our Sri Sushil Goenkaji, he heads this CSR, he is the all-time director, and he does it very religiously, and we all take active interest in CSR activities. On the renewable energy, the plants, we already have increased our contribution, our utilization of renewable energy from 1% to 5%. And we also have solar energy plants as for captive consumption at our manufacturing units. East Bengal Club, whether benefit to Emami, it is a part of the group, as I said, and it is independent. So as and when required, we can always take assistance or do our activities on there wherever as an independent entity. He had a suggestion and recommendation for booster dose. We also do and recommend to our employees wherever whosoever requires, and then we facilitate our HR and admin department facilitates that also. We recommend them to take the booster doses. He had a view on the participation of female employees. Female employees are around 13%, and including the contractual female employees, the contribution is of around 19%. We encourage efficiencies and also encourage the female to take active interest. We provide equal opportunity to all, and there is no gender bias. He preferred VC in the AGM, even if the physical in the future. We take note of his suggestions. There were suggestions from Ms. Lily Pradhan on good performance. She wanted to understand any plan for handicapped or challenged persons. We treat people with a lot of respect, and if there are people who need any assistance, we are always there to help. Mr. Kaushik Saukar also had some requests for the support, CSR help, and other things on Atmanirbhar. We take appropriate steps wherever we feel that there is something which we can do in terms of the business or in terms of the CSR guidelines. We always do to the people to whom we can help. The next in line was Mr. Manas Banerjee. He informed he supported all the resolutions overwhelmingly. We are thankful. He had all the appreciation for the good financials, good growth, and the debt-free status of the company. Dividend payout also of ₹8 on an earning of 18 was his observation. Is a good observation. We appreciate that. And he asked about our initiatives for a sustained growth for the future. We go for growth organically. We take all the initiatives for organic growth, increasing our market shares of existing brands, coming out with the brand extensions in the organic business. We are always also on the lookout for inorganic opportunities, and recently, since few years, we are also on the lookout for growing our business through startups. So all the three growth levers are being applied, and we are consciously putting all our energies in all the three levels. He wanted to understand R&D spent as a percentage term. It is around 1% in terms of the specific people and other costs. But apart from this, there are not many expenses which are being incurred on R&D in every other area, which cannot be counted, which is much more than the 1% amount which is being told here. Then Mr. Sujan Modak, he had he appreciated good action on leadership transition. He had a concern on Emami Lanka Private Limited, its current status. I already narrated it earlier. Yes, there are challenges there in that country, but the stakes are not big, and we feel that there is a good opportunity for business in the times to come, and we are poised to take benefit of the emerging opportunity when it comes. Next, the views and suggestion were from Mr. Atanu Saha. He also wanted to understand future plans for growth, all the appreciation for board and balance sheet. On CSR, he suggested whether walking and cycling can also be included. We note his suggestion and we will forward it to our CSR team if there is anything which could be helpful. Then we had Mr. Bimal Sarkar. He had an appreciation for the good results all through, though we could not hear him very clearly. But we understand and acknowledge his appreciation for Goenkaji's presentation also, and appreciation for the management team. Then we had Mr. Alok Kumar Pal. He asked whether we do the energy audit and fire safety audit. We regularly conduct them as and when it is planned or wherever it is felt necessary. He also wanted to understand IT system compliances and certification. They are all in place in a very structured manner. Then we had questions from Mr. Abhirup Nandi. He was happy to see the good performance. He got the physical copy of the annual report from the secretarial department. He was very happy about it. And he had all the appreciation for the smooth conduction of the mid-AGM and for our agency on this, on the chorus. He appreciated for top quality in products and presentation. We are thankful. We acknowledge the gestures which Mr. Nandi has made. So these were there were around 16 shareholders who had not many suggestions and well wishes for us. We are thankful to each one of them. I think with this, I've been able to answer all your questions. And before I request Sri Goenkaji to preside over the meeting again, I would like to thank all our shareholders for their unstinted support all these years. You are a part of our extended family, and it is your trust and confidence that drives us to deliver superior performance despite challenging times. Thank you once again. Now I would request Sri Goenkaji to take over and guide further on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bansali. Members joining the meeting through video conferencing facility who have not yet cast their vote by means of the remote e-voting may vote through e-voting facility provided during AGM until 15 minutes post conclusion of AGM. The members who have cast their vote by remote e-voting prior to the meeting shall not cast their vote once again. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Rajkumar Mathia, practicing Company Secretary from Messrs. MKB and Associates, Company Secretaries, Calcutta, as the scrutinizer for the e-voting process of this meeting. Based on the report of the scrutinizer, the combined results of the remote e-voting and the e-voting done at the meeting today will be announced and displayed on the website of the company and will also be submitted to the stock exchanges within 2 working days of the conclusion of the meeting as per the requirements under the SEBI listing regulations. I thank all the members for attending and cooperating in conducting the meeting through video conference or other audio-visual means. I also thank all the directors and members of the management team who have joined the meeting today. I wish everyone the best of health and safety in the year ahead. I now conclude the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you to the chair.